Pam here with Be Creative Crafts, and welcome to Off the Hook. How is everyone doing tonight? I am doing pretty good. Yeah, it's been raining here today, but it's been warm, so yay for that. We're gonna be talking about the temperature blanket here in a little bit, but y'all, yesterday there was only like I think 5-degree temperature difference. Was that yesterday? I've got it written down. I could tell y'all. Yeah, so the high was 67 and the low was 63. So no, not even 5, 4 degrees for the high and the low, which I thought was pretty crazy. But so I did start putting my my highs and lows in my little journal here. Thought that might be easier to keep up with and easier, but I'm still putting it in the notebook too. But that's where I've got it right now. So let's see who all we've got here. Hello, Rudy and Miss Diane. Welcome in. She says, I hope you're doing well. I am. Hey, Miss Karen. So y'all, let me show you how the color pooling project turned out from last week. I think it turned out adorable. So what I was using, hey, Miss Tammy, was this Mainstays acrylic in the pink multi. So let me show you how it turned out. So after the live ended, I decided to make it a little bit wider and turn it into a blanket. And so it's just a little tiny, I guess it could be like a little receiving blanket or a doll blanket. But I thought it turned out really cool. And then I put this little faux fur eyelash yarn. Let's see, what is it called? Look at y'all, I tried to be prepared. It is called, this is the Yarn Bee Snuggle Up Soft Pink. Hey, Wanda, welcome in. Not tonight, Rudy, but I did listen to, I didn't listen to any music that you sent me. I saw you had tagged me in a post, and I heard that music. Hey, Liz, welcome in. So that's what I used for the border on this, and I thought it turned out really cute. It's really soft. And this right here is just one skein. So I increased it to, I stood my starting chain at 54, and then I worked 53 stitches across. And then for each, you remember we had small color changes. So for all of the, for the dark pink, the darkest pink, the lightest pink, and the white, all got 3 stitches. And then this pink here, just the regular Barbie pink, was a little darker than Barbie pink, but that pink got 6 stitches. So, but yeah, I thought it pulled really well. Rudy, how many times ask you later on the number of yarns? Rudy, I'm not doing numbers tonight. I'm talking about this stuff. So, we're talking about yarn and crafting projects. So, all right, so y'all, I did not work on my temperature blanket this week so that I could show y'all what we're doing on it, because I didn't want to move into February until I showed you how I'm going to end off with January and separate the months throughout the year. And since I wasn't working on that, I did get started on Winnie's Wonder, which is what y'all voted on last week for me to get started. So let me show y'all how it is coming along. Now, Miss Helen likes to use textured stitches, and they take a little bit to get them all the way around, but look at it. So that's how this is turning out. I'm connected because I still have another round of white to go, or I've got to go into another color, but that is how it's turning out. So this right here is actually you do a round of triple crochet in the front loop, and then when you do the next round, you single crochet it down into the back loop, so you get this little poofiness around it. So that's what I'm doing, and I do have this blanket tutorial linked in the description box below. It is by Crystals and Crochet. Helen Shrimpton is the designer, and so I do have that. Hey, Jen and Liz. Got 2 Liz's here tonight. Welcome in to everybody. Let's see, did I miss anybody? My chat jumped. Let me just make sure. I think I got everybody. If not, just say hey again, and I'll get you the second go round. Okay, so that's what I've got works in progress. Hey, Nancy. So that's my whips. That's what I got works in progress here, y'all. So set these over here. And let me show you how the temperature blankets come along. So this is what it's looking like. It is very colorful. We'll show it without that pink yarn hanging down. I think that's the only tail I haven't woven in, y'all. Let me see. I've been trying to mix it up as to how I'm joining it. Some of them I'm joining and weaving the tails in. Most of them I'm trying to do it's like a hybrid weaver's knot. It's not the magic knot, but it's like a hybrid. But I'm liking the way it's turning out, actually a little bit better than the magic knot. And I tried to do Russian join, but I don't know if y'all can see it right here. Probably not. You probably can see it better when I turn my camera. But it was actually coming undone, which everybody had said it wouldn't. It's kind of pooched out right here. And so I had to like weave it in. But yeah, so this is what it's looking like. Pretty colorful, bright colors. So my temperature ranges for January. So my daily highs ranged from 23 to 65, which is a pretty broad range for highs, I thought. But from low to high was 4. One day our low was 4. Just crazy cold. And then I think yesterday, no, was it yesterday? Let me look. Monday our high was 73. Everybody's saying howdy do to each other. So that's what I've got on that. Okay, so I had a couple of questions that I wanted to address. Where am I getting my temperatures from? I am getting mine from weather.com, which is the weather channel. And somebody else had mentioned another website, and I compared the two, and they were different numbers. And I'm guessing it's based on what, actually, I don't know. I don't know why they differed. I guess it just depends upon, some probably go by the airport and then the outlying areas. I really don't know. So whichever one you choose to use for your temperature project, use the same one all year. Or if you're not doing it or if you're using it for a specific year, it doesn't have to be 2025. I would suggest just to use the same, whatever website or news station that you are getting your weather from, get it from the same one. That way, your temps will be accurate, or accurate to the same station or to the same website. Diane says, what stitch am I using? I am using the lemon peel to give me this texture, which I love. The lemon peel stitch is one of my favorites. Love it. And I'm going to change the camera around here in a little bit, and we're going to get to working on it. And have a few friends that I'm sending out that may come and join me. But at first I was like, let's see which day. Yeah, at first I was looking, I'm like, okay, so here's my odd, here's my even. But then it dawned on me, since I'm going back and forth, my even side switches off every time. So it's not really, it's just every third day, I guess, was being dramatic compared to the day before. But so yeah, so I'm using weather.com. That's where I'm getting mine. If you click on the monthly, it'll have like monthly and the monthly almanac. Then you can change the year, you can change the location. So if you want to do like a temperature blanket for the year, say your parents got married in the city they got married in, you could choose that city, you could choose that year. You could start it whenever you want. You could start it on their wedding day and then go for a whole year, or you can start in January. And by using that, you can change the dates and pick whenever you want. Or if you want to do it for the year you were born, you can change it to any of that time span. So, okay, so my next question that I've been getting asked is, why am I doing a row and a half between each month? And I thought this would be the perfect time to show y'all why. I wanted to be able to have full separation between the months. So I went ahead and finished out the half row with the gray. So this is what I'm separating each month with, is the gray. And here's my working yarn. This is what I'm going to be working on tonight. So when I chain one and turn, if I did one full row, it's just going to be gray on top of gray. And then I would be wanting to start February here, which is going to go right back on top of January. So by doing a row and a half or 3 sections, it's going to let me go all the way across to the end of here. And then so I'll have gray separating it out, which will make more sense here in just a little bit when we do it. But that's why I'm choosing to do a row and a half, because since you have to chain one and turn, if you only did one row, which would be 2 halves, you're going to have gray on top of gray for some months. Now, some months, one whole row would be fine, but for the most part, any of those months that ends in 31, with 31 days, it's going to be a half row. So I figured I would just keep it simple and just do all of them. And since the spaces between each month is going to be 11, it's going to get me back on the end where I need it to be. So that's why. Alrighty, let's see. Hey, Noe, welcome in. So does anybody have any more questions? If not, I'm going to go ahead and flip my camera around. Let me go over here. And thank you, Miss Nancy. I saw your message. I appreciate that very, very much. Whoop. Ugh. Sorry, y'all, my pants. I've got baggy pants on tonight, and they're like hooked under my chair. I'm afraid to pull them. I'm afraid they're going to rip. Okay. All right, let me go ahead and switch my camera around. Hey, Chris K. Spring Raid. Thank you very much, Miss Spring, and welcome in, Miss Chris. No, he said she got a voucher from Michael's, and she used it today. Ooh, yay! Oh, I know one thing I could show y'all before I flip my camera. So here's how my cross stitch one is coming out. So I've got all of January done on it. So, but I didn't work on this either because I knew if I came in here and started working on the temperature projects, I was going to want to work on the blanket too. And I wanted to wait and work on the blanket tonight because I didn't want to get ahead of myself. So I think I've gotten everything. I think that's, so far I've had 7 color changes. So I only chose 12 colors total for the whole year. We used 7 different colors just in January. Hey, Nana Michelle, welcome in. She said Spring Raid. Hi, Tina, welcome in. Okay, so let me move this camera back over here. Whoops. Scoot this one over. What have I done? There we go. It was hooked. There we go. Okay, let me flip my camera around. Maybe. There we go. Oh, and it paused me at a funky look on my face. I always click it at the wrong time. Okay. So that's just where I'm writing down all my months and then putting my colors over here. Now what I'm doing, I haven't started February's yet, but since I already had everything numbered and ready to roll, I wasn't putting the color down until I was actually working on it. Because if I was working, like if I skipped a couple of days, but I went ahead and wrote down my temperatures, I didn't write down the color until I actually did it. That way I would not confuse myself and get mixed up as to when, I guess I need to add myself back up here. Hold on a second. Hey. Okay. I didn't want to, by doing it that way, I didn't confuse myself as to where I was in the project. I didn't look at it and be like, oh, I'm on day 5 when I'm really on day 7. Sorry, y'all, I bumped it. All right, let's see here. Chris says to Noe. Okay, she's talking to Noe. All right, so here is what it's looking like. I've already done the 1 row, but I'm going this way. So I was coming across here, there's day 31. So then I ended and I went all the way to the end. So unless I cut my yarn and started back over here, doing a full row or 2 half sections wouldn't work. So that's why I'm just doing it a row and a half. Then I can kind of cover up these seams a little bit. And also, y'all, I'm sorry, this camera keeps bleeping out on me. I don't know why. This one, I'm not sure what it's doing. Y'all let me know if it cuts out on y'all's side too, because I can't see it. I just see this one. It keeps going to a black screen, so I hope it's not doing that on y'all's side. Yeah. Oh, and also I wanted it to be a little bit longer because if I measured correctly with here, measuring this part here, it was going to be a little bit shorter, almost a square. So I wanted it to be a little bit longer. And so by doing a row and a half, that's going to give me just a little bit longer blanket for a finished project. And then here's where I started. I just started with, I believe I did 3 rows of half double crochet. Alrighty, so let me grab my hook here. And all I'm doing is, and I put my notebook up there, and I'm going to need that here in just a minute. Oh, there's Tinykins coming in to say hey. So we're going to chain 1 and turn. And then for the lemon peel, since I'm working it in an odd number, it is a 1 row repeat. Sorry, y'all. Got to get my yarn untwisted here. There we go. So in this first stitch, you just do a single crochet. And then in the next one, you do a double crochet. And then you just repeat that all the way across, repeating single and double. And what you're doing from the row below, you're working a double crochet into the single. Hey, Angel, welcome in. And then you're working a single crochet on top of the double. And that is what gives you this texture. And let me turn off this autofocus. That way it won't be trying to zoom in and out. And then you just repeat, doing double crochet, single crochet, double, single, double, single. Hey, John, welcome in. How are you? Mr. Wood, if I could, John C. He's also Hooks, Whips, and Chains. If y'all haven't checked him out, go check him out. He is a woodworker that I met through Miss Nancy. And then he has come over to the yarny side. And he's doing a good job with it too. That's it, y'all. Single, double, single, double, single, double. And you get this really pretty texture. This is called lemon peel stitch. And I probably should have linked it in the description box below, but I did not. But I will go in and add that here in a little bit. What time is it getting to be? 8:20. Close to 8:20 anyway. Alright, so I'm going to go over to my group here in just a second. I'm going to finish getting this over. No, I'm going to go ahead and do it. Go here. In case anybody was wanting. There we go. And I can close this out. Close that one. That way it won't be dinging. And Jen said it's 9:19 for her. She's East Coast. Hey, Trish, welcome in. She said she's been snoozing on the sofa. It's so hot. Oh, I bet. Over there, she's on the other side of the world in summertime. Hey, Miss Susan, welcome in. So how's everybody been doing? I have been doing all right. Good, good, good. Little break from the winter. Our temps have been wonderful this week. I know it's just teasing us though, because I know it's going to get cold again because it always does. This is fake spring. I forget what the newsman called it. It's just teasing us. Everybody's saying howdy do to each other. Tiny's over there sharpening his claws on the ground. Miss Susan's asking Miss Wanda how she's doing. So is anybody else doing any temperature projects, either blankets or any other kind of project? Let me know. Jen said, yeah, the weather likes to keep us on our toes. I know, right? Trish says, guess what? I was monetized yesterday. That is so awesome. Congratulations, Trish. Okay, let me see if I have a congratulations video. I don't think I do, but let me go look. Let me see. I don't. We need one though. Let's see. Are there any built in? No. Well, I'm gonna give you. I need to do a woohoo. Nancy's got one, but let me see here. We're just gonna give you the thank you waves and just say congratulations. And look, oh, she's in the. I brought Nancy up from the basement. She up here in a little tiny circle beside my head. Oh my goodness, let me go back over here.
Hi there. I can't hear you.
We got somebody else in the basement. Let me change. Hold up. I don't know what is doing. Liz, welcome in. How are you?
Fine, how are you?
Hello.
Like, I'm over here trying to look at the little phone, but I can do it over here.
Yeah, I know y'all. I know I was muted because I had this phone. I have y'all on the phone up here. But if I don't have this muted, then you get the echo. So I keep this one muted so it doesn't try to pick it up. Hey, Aisha, welcome in. So for some reason, when I clicked over here to bring Nancy and to say hello, it kicked me out over there. So I don't know what it is.
And congratulations, Trish.
Yes. Woo-hoo!
Yes, congratulations.
That is awesome. Okay, so I'm going to take me down over here because we don't need me up there like twice.
Hey, Chris, and everybody else, Aisha, Angel, John, and whoever else is in the chat, Miss Jen, Miss Wanda, Miss Susan, everybody else. It'll be a while.
Now scroll it back up here. Oh, Miss Wanda says she is good and back at work. And John has plans for a creep of temp tortoises for next year. Woohoo!
Ooh.
A what?
Trish is, yep. I don't know. Creep of temp tortoises. Tortoises. But Trish said she was shocked that her tutorials and videos suddenly took off. That's awesome, though. Congratulations.
Is a creep a group of tortoises? Is that what they call a group of tortoises?
I have no idea.
That's what I'm assuming. And he's gonna do what makes a bunch of them for a temperature instead of a blanket. Hey, Miss Karen.
Maybe. Since I asked that you could be right. Nana Michelle said she could have done without the frozen world this morning. Everything was a frozen mess. Oh, I'm sorry. It was nice and toasty, or warm here. Not warm and toasty, but I mean, it was up in the 60s. So.
I wish.
He says, rather than a temperature scarf or blanket, I am making a group of temperature shells for tortoises. So I was right.
Gotcha. Oh my goodness. Okay, I just saw Wanda's thing. Tornado warning in Knoxville. Oh my gosh, that's crazy. Now it did pour down rain here, earlier, but it wasn't like stormy, not like that. Be careful, Wanda.
She's not driving now, is she?
Yeah, she says she's back at work.
Oh my.
So I'm guessing so. She must be on that side of Tennessee. Which that's like 4 or 5 hours from me, depending on which side she's at. And then Chris K says to Liz, how you doing?
I'm doing fantastic. How you doing?
I'm good. You know what I was doing at work today? I had one of your videos playing in the background because we talking about that punch, the punchy thingy. So yeah, so I've got my kit all ready to roll. Yeah.
It's a lot of fun. I have 2 of the bunny peep rugs. They're just drying on the floor, and the little egg that I did on the tutorial thing. And then I have this one, but I haven't taken it off. See how big it is?
Hold on, let me make you solo because that is so stinking cute. So y'all, I'm thinking that this is maybe what I'm gonna do on Saturday's live is some punch art or punch needle punch.
Oh, that's pretty.
It looks like
so cool.
I want to do that too, but I don't need any more crafts.
I'll
just observe it from afar.
Right? Yeah. It's a lot of fun though.
It looks
like it. And I've been wanting to do it, and so I've been watching hers, and I'm like, it's time to bust out.
You have the kit already then, so
yeah, it's time. It's time to bust it out and do it.
Yes, they're a lot of fun to do.
I've been close to getting some. I've had it in my Amazon shop, then I take it off, then I add it again, then I take it off.
I think mine's here. Hold on.
Yeah, because the one I have, the needle sticks out 2 inches, and that's what you need for the fluff of the rug.
Oh, that's pretty.
So the one I got came from Walmart, but it's the hold on. Did y'all hear the sirens? It was it has embroidery floss.
Okay.
So it's smaller than the yarn, but I mean I got lots of embroidery floss too. So
I wonder why.
And now I don't know. And now I want to get a bigger one and do the yarn one.
The yarn one. Whoop. What I want to do is those rug making kits with with the machine.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that looks so cool.
It does.
That's kind of what this looks like.
But I don't need anything else.
Well,
I'm already busy as it is.
Like the video I sent.
Yeah.
You got bills to pay.
Mm-hmm. Well, I didn't really buy to say a lot. I think I already had the needle. I bought the loom, and the loom was $9.
I've got bunches of looms already, so I'm good there.
No, I'm talking about the big one, the one that's it's like a hula hoop, and I still have extra space. And I'm a lucky girl.
I got a big one over there. It's not big enough for a hula hoop, but it's big enough for a belt.
Hey, that works too. But I did a smaller one, a little egg. And I'm gonna use it as Alex's water bowl rug.
Oh, cute. That'd be a good idea.
So yeah,
Oh,
that.
see, I can make Tiny one of those because he would really like that because he could paw at it and do all that. Yeah.
Mhm. So it's been a lot of fun. I put the, what would it be, like the glue, because I don't want them slipping, and since they're gonna be the ones in the kitchen, I had to buy like
Oh.
the,
So like
what is it?
the hot glue to make it grippy, that kind of glue.
No, it's almost like a rug sealer, like when you stick rug to something else.
Oh yeah.
But I bought like a fabric that has like, so it grips to the ground. Just because the kitchen is tile, and I'm afraid that you step on it and we do the
You're gonna go,
splits. It's not going to be fun.
yeah, no, I gotcha. And let me scroll back up here. Miss Sandra said she can make me a congratulations video if I want her to. She's been playing around with Canva and doing some stuff for some yarny friends. That would be awesome if you want to. I would appreciate that. Let's see. And Karen says to Nancy she got her letter today, and Jen asked if you got all your stuff, Nancy. I'm not sure what stuff.
Got all my stuff. What do you mean? Now I'm thinking, did I miss something? Did I forget to send somebody something?
I don't know. And then Trish is commenting on Miss Leah's wearing her summer top because it must be hot where she lives. No, she's where it's cold.
Yeah, no, it's cold here. We're actually having like really bad winds right now. So yeah, I mean, no rain, no snow, so I'm happy with just wind.
Now I just sold my needle felting kit that I bought, over
Oh, did you?
time, and my quilling kit.
Who is that? Chris? Yeah, I'm still making socks. I have 2 in here in my little Bridget bag. I got
So handy.
I always do the pairs at the same time so I don't back out at the end. But yeah, I have my little bag full of socks.
She's asking, did I get all my stuff or did I take something?
Oh,
Hi,
she's
Chris.
snagging it. Maybe she got it back from you. She brought it back, I guess. Let's see. Trish says Australia has been burning hot. I couldn't cope over there in their heat. It's hot. I don't know. I've never been to Australia, so I can't compare Australia heat to southern heat. But whew, hot is hot.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Florida heat is very, very hot.
Mm-hmm. Hey, Crystal, welcome in.
Love Miss Crystal.
Oh, and Miss Aisha is doing a punch needle, but it's a small little plant thing. Well, look at that.
If I catch up on my stuff, maybe I'll get one of those small kits like you got, Miss Pam.
Yeah.
And do that, because what I used to do is when I liked something, I would get all the tools for it, all the supplies for it, thinking that it was gonna be fun, and then when I get there, it's like, no, this is too much work.
Well, I did that with the resin. I have a whole bunch of resin stuff, which my niece warned me. Which I mean, I do like it, but I can't do all of it in my little tiny craft room that I want to do because you got to have good ventilation and stuff, and so I'm just like, eh. So.
Yeah. No, you can have like those smaller ones, like the one that you have, Pam.
Mm-hmm.
And you can make yourself a pot cozy. You just have to use cotton yarn and cotton fabric, and you can put like hot pads, right? That's what they would be called, hot pads.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So like this right here was $8.97 for this kit, and it comes with everything. It comes with the hoop, the thread, the punchy thing, the fabric. So
Yeah.
all
Well, go ahead.
Walmart. But no, I was looking at Amazon today, and they have like kits that have like from little bitty to great old big, and I'm like, they weren't too bad pricey. So, but just another project adding on my free time. And Trish was talking about a tornado that hit over there. The whole top floor of this lady's house was demolished. Yeah, tornadoes are no joke, man. They don't care, and they can take down an entire house and leave the next house that's like 2 inches away untouched. It's just wackadoodle.
Yeah, during Hurricane Andrew, there were some tornadoes in it, and
Mhm.
one neighbor's house is fine, and the next neighbor's house, the roof is gone.
Mhm. Yep. And Trish said she couldn't cope in the freezing cold here. She'd freeze. Yep. I freeze.
You do
I'm
what
not
I
a fan
do,
of the
Trish.
cold.
Stay indoors.
Yep. And Jen did take something. She took your yarn. Remember you couldn't find it, and Earl had to go buy
Oh,
more.
the Dollar Tree yarn. Yes, she
Mhm.
did take that. I think it did get tossed, which is sad.
Bummer. But not at least, but at least it was dollar. It was from the Dollar Tree and not like the big $5 jumbo skeins that they started carrying. It was the little
Yeah,
dollar one,
it was a
dollar
dollar
quarter one.
25 yarn.
But still, I mean, a dollar and a quarter is a dollar and a quarter, and it
Look,
adds up when you got 5 or 10 things of
it was
yarn in there.
it was 10 skeins because I got two of each color
Oh no.
of the new colors. But new colors to me.
Mhm.
So it's like,
Trish says Australia burns like a desert. 50 degrees Celsius in places, and I'm too hot when it's 30 degrees Celsius. So I have to Google. Let's see, 50 Celsius to 50 Celsius to Fahrenheit is 122. Yikes.
yikes!
Yeah. No.
Okay, that's hot.
That's
Okay,
like
30. Okay,
that's like
30
Nevada
degrees.
and Arizona hot.
Yeah, 30 degrees is 86 Fahrenheit. That I can handle. Here in Tennessee, we hit 100 Fahrenheit some days, but Jen says she handles temps 65 to 73. That's like my sweet spot. That's my favorite temps right there.
Yeah.
Because where you don't have to wear a jacket, but if you want to throw on a light jacket, you're not burning up. If you want to wear
Or
a
or,
hoodie,
or,
you
or, or something
can.
like this.
Yeah, or if you want to wear a t-shirt, it's a good all around. Trish says, "Yep, she googled it. Look at you. See, I didn't even have to Google. I could have just scrolled on down in the chat."
Crystal, yeah, I think we should start a punching needle group.
Yeah. Jen says, "I love Dollar Tree yarn." See, I knew it. I'm getting caught up in the chat. I'm almost to the bottom.
Yeah, the new color I didn't have. I have it right behind me now because I didn't want to lose it. The chenille, the new colors. He only got me two of the new colors. There's actually
And let
five
me
new
let me
colors.
make you big so you can show it off. And while you do that, I'm just gonna. Tina says in Canada, the dollar store refused to do any returns. Boo.
They got this salmon or salmon, whichever way you say it.
Pretty.
They got this iris,
Purple.
so it's purple.
Those are pretty.
There we go. Now you can see the color better. That's the purple, and this is the salmon. I had gotten two of each of these the last time I went.
They look soft.
And they had uh a a blue, which is like what they call marl. It has two different colors in it, and a black
Oh, yeah, yeah,
with
yeah.
some gray.
I saw the black with the gray, like little. It's like little. Yeah, I saw that. That's
Mhm.
pretty. It's pretty.
He picked this one up for me, but I already had this. But
That's
he
okay.
picked it
Now you
up.
got another one.
But, and then he got these three colors. So he's like he got one of these. He missed a whole row. That's where the black and the blue are. And there was a the other one was red. It had a like a garnet of the chenille.
Mm-hmm.
So he missed that whole row. Because if you look at the picture that I have on my short, he got the top row and the third row, and he missed the second row. This one here is the just yarn, and this is sherbet.
Ooh, I like that one. See,
Okay.
that one reminds me of the peachy color. Oh, y'all. So let me shift. Okay, so I'm using those. Hold on. Let me turn my camera.
Miss
I'm using those. What
Miss
you call
Aisha,
it?
look, turquoise.
Sorry.
Hopefully this
That
camera
looks
doesn't
pretty.
like boot me out again.
And then this one is ruby.
Ooh, pretty.
So these are the just yarn ones. He got me three of those and three of the chenilles.
Liz, remember these?
I can
Bobbin.
see.
I
The
have
Oh,
bobbins.
yes, the bobbins.
So y'all, this is what I'm using for that Winnie's Wonders. Okay, so, and this stuff is so soft. It's by Premier. It's the Premier anti-peeling bobbins that they had. But let me tell you, it may not peel, but it is splitty. But it is so soft. And for the other colors that I paired with it, I'm using Karen Simply Soft. And they feel about the same. Like if you close your eyes and just touch them, that's what they feel like. But this doesn't have as much of a shine on it as the
Liz.
Karen Simply Soft, but it's really pretty. Liz enabled me. She was an enabler way back
No,
in
no,
the day.
no.
This was like way
I
on sale, and we bought. I
Weren't
bought a
they
lot
like
of
two
these.
something? Like
They were
250 or
super
something?
cheap. Yeah, they were like super
I
cheap,
started
and it was
I
like,
started a little blanket with the lemon peel, but it's gonna take me forever. So I'm a frog it and make a sedge one because I like the sedge. It works up faster for me.
well, yeah. Now lemon peel does take a while, but I really like it for like washcloths and stuff. But I wanted to do it for this blanket just
I have this one here,
because it's pretty. Oh,
the
you
three grays.
do. The And see how your white's doing. Now mine was doing that when I was trying to pull the middle color out. It kept wanting to tangle and like go underneath the top color. But since I'm changing colors so frequently, it wasn't a big deal. It like I was
Trying to
able to
see
get it
here.
untangled. So
Doesn't
yeah.
say the color. Let me see if it's over here.
I haven't used mine yet. I'm so like, I don't want to use it, but I don't know.
That was me. I was like, I kept waiting, and then as soon as I saw, I don't know, when I saw these blankets, I'm like, yeah, I'm totally doing this because I
Uh,
just wanted to.
Made in Turkey. I'm trying to
You
see
looking at?
if
Do you
there's a
know which one I got so mad? They had one that was like a cherry color.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god. When I saw someone else ended up getting it, I was like, why didn't I get it? I was so mad at myself.
Do they still have the bobbins?
Nope.
So they were just getting rid of them. I guess they just didn't. But I mean, I guess you could probably still get the yarn. Well, I don't even know
I
because
don't
I
think
don't think it's
so.
just their regular anti-pill. It's not their regular anti-pill acrylic. It was. I don't know.
Mm-mm.
It's so soft though. But now I'm kind of wishing I had have made like a wearable out of it. But I mean, I've got a whole bunch more. I
Oh,
don't
here
know
we
how many
go.
this blanket's gonna take, but I've
I
got
found the
several
color.
more.
It's called Snowy Owl.
Oh yeah, yeah. That one. Yeah. Like that commercial. Um, you know what
Think
commercial I'm talking about.
what crystals? You're like, Liz is my favorite enabler. Yes. It's a lot of fun.
This one's called Peachy Keen.
Ooh, I got like 6 of those.
Yeah, I think I bought 10 of these.
What? See, at least I'm not the only one.
And then I bought the one that had like the terracotta orangey
Oh,
color.
that sounds nice.
But this, I'm wishing I had a ball. I mean, if I have enough of these, I'm gonna make a wearable out of it because that's how soft it is. It's so
Mhm.
so soft.
Well,
Okay, now
each one is 543 yards. I
Yes.
just read it.
And Karen said she's gonna have to go look tomorrow because she needs that bright pink. Trish said there was a 50% off sale on yarn, so I didn't go to town. That sometimes when I see stuff like that, I'm like, don't go to the store because you know what's gonna happen. You're gonna come home with a bunch of stuff you don't need. I did get a yarn inspirations order in the mail today. I did. It's not. I didn't bring it in here. I'll have to do like a little haul. But y'all know what it is. Y'all know what I bought. I bought the bitty strap. I did.
Oh yeah, the bitty strap, the crayon box.
Mhm.
Nice to know I'm not the only one that buys stuff that.
Yep.
Well, that
Crystal-
bobbin was gifted to me, so I didn't even know bobbins existed.
But isn't it? It's super soft.
It is.
And Crystal Jen was looking out for Crystal, making sure I could see her, and Crystal's letting her know that yep, we saw her. She says, "Oh, okay. I was into conversations. I can't do two things at once: listen or talk, but not both." It's okay. You just looking out, making sure I see everybody. Let me scrolly. Okie dokie.
Well, that one with the bobbin, I'm gonna be doing after the lemon meringue blanket that I'm working on.
Mhm.
I'll be working on that one too, because I'm going back to projects that I started that I need to get done.
I have one live a month that I'm doing that, where I'm working on whips. But then I started 3 projects, so what are you gonna do?
How can you
So
do
you keep
that?
on adding to your whips.
How can you guys do that? Like right now, I'm doing Ross's beanie and the
Mhm.
socks. That's it. And that's pushing it.
Well, I usually do a blanket. That's like my big project for the year. And I'm not counting the temperature blanket because I mean it's like half a row a day. So that's why I started Winnie's Wonder. But that's gonna be like a year-long thing because I will get bored with it at one point and I'll have to put it away. And so then I have to do other little projects in between. Now with my members, we're doing a crochet along, but it's really small. Here, I can show you. It's small. It's gonna be like a pillow cover. That's part of it. That's what it looks like.
Okay.
That's how much I've got done. This is the size of my head.
Pretty.
But it's not gonna be it's also by Crystals and Crochet. This one's called Sweet Caroline. So I'm doing it in Gamecock colors.
Caroline. Bop, bop, bop.
Because I went to the University of South Carolina and that's the Gamecock colors. So I thought that was pretty appropriate. And I'm using you remember that well, I don't have one. Them little things that Hobby Lobby had and they came in 3 and they were squished on top of each other. They were stacked.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so that's what
Okay.
I'm using. Huh? You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
talking about? But so that's what I'm using because it came with all those colors. So that's what I'm using for that. So
I'm gonna go grab a snack.
yeah. So but
Yeah.
this one won't take long. But it's just little projects. But at
Where you
some point
going?
I gotta make stuff for a craft show.
Peanuts?
Oh, okay. Yeah, because I have like really bad anxiety, and to know that I have one too many projects, yeah, no, it does not work.
Well, I'm working on this scarf shawl. I have the lemon meringue blanket and then that bobbin blanket, and then I have I've had to halt on my amigurumis for now, but I have the bottom half of the dancing panda done.
Woohoo!
So, but I can't work on amigurumis at the moment. So But that's the only amigurumi I have. That I have a bunch of others, want to do items, but I haven't started anything else.
Gotcha. Let's see. Let me get caught up in chat again. I know y'all. Let's see. Karen said she saw when you use that and your end pull some of the fuzz off so you can see thread and then tie a knot, then weave it in. Could do that. Crystal said that peach is the perfect color for that perfect peachy color is for Miss Piggy. Oh, cute. That would work. Yeah, you know Miss Piggy. And Trish said she's never seen a bobbin like that. I had never seen a bobbin like that before either until Premier put them on like super cheap.
Mm-hmm.
And Susan said she would love to get some more of that bobbin yarn. I know. I wonder, maybe like if we all like just pummel Premier and be like, "What'd you do with the yarn?" Don't have to
Right.
put it on a bobbin. They can like hank it up or cake it up or skein it up or whatever.
Or
Well,
cone it up. Because they have the chenille and cones.
yeah, because remember the sock yarn also that went for like $1 or something? They don't
Yeah.
have it anymore either. They don't carry that yarn anymore.
That made the really cool pooling patterns because you bought what didn't have like the fruits. Is that one the one with all the fruit? No.
No. They were.
It made like the little west southwest. I don't know. It made like a really cool pooling pattern though.
I'm trying to see if I have any right here.
Hey,
I
Zach.
got.
Hello. And Crystal says, "Do you, Nancy? I love your shirt."
My Grogu.
Trish said she just wanted to let us know she often listens, but she's working, so I don't type. Girl, I'm the same way. I've been trying to do better. That's one of my things for 2025. Do better. Say howdy do, just for, just to let you know I'm there. So I've done that for Nancy. All the lives that I've been listening to at work this
Here you
week,
go.
I tried to pop in and at least say, "Hey, what up?"
It's
Not
this
always.
one, the Allegro.
Yeah.
They had it for $1.15, I believe, when it was clearanced out.
It was like that, y'all. That year Premiere was like they were having some banging sales, man. They were
cleaning the house.
Yeah, they wanted that stuff out of their warehouse. It was
A lot of fun.
Mm-hmm.
On our end, it was lots of fun.
Yeah. Chris K says to Jen that we need her and Ivy's second shirt. Oh, y'all making another shirt? I think. Well, I saw some of the stuff that Ivy's been posting. I'll have to go look. Rudy says, "You know Gail Southern Living?" I do know Gail Southern Living. Hey, Sandra, welcome in. Trish says, "No sales for me. I have to save." I understand. Bills first. Adulting. Boo.
They said it would be fun. No.
Yeah, I know, right?
Well, it kind of was because, my kids are a little younger.
Older.
But still. Yeah, but now living,
bills and all that kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And Jen is confused. And then she said, "Oh, yeah, the Rita sweater with the bobbin yarn." Gotcha.
Most of my yarn is fabulous.
There's where Mr. Zach came in.
Miss Pam, just say the word if you need it.
Go right ahead. Rudy, I'm not playing the music.
Hey, Bridget.
Hey, Bridget. Hey, Angela. Welcome in. Jen said, "Most of my yarn is Hobby Lobby clearance." Girl, me too. I got a lot of that. And that's what I've been trying to do for the past like 2 years or 24 or 25. Use up what's in my stash. So like all of the yarn that I'm using for the temperature blanket was in my stash.
Don't say that too loud. My husband's home. We need more yarn.
Girl, I didn't say I wasn't buying new yarn to replace what I'm using because I did. I just bought of the beading stripes.
I've been using yarn that's been gifted to me over 2 years ago. So I did that scarf with the hand dyed yarn
Mm-hmm.
from Hobby Lobby that Jeannie Proverbs 31 gave me. This one was sent to me by Miss Sanita. The lemon meringue was sent to me by Miss Carrie, the Yarny Elephant. So I'm using what people have given me. You know, it's been 2 years. I should start using it, right?
I think this yarn here, and if she's in chat, she can. Well, she may not remember, but I'm pretty sure that this yarn came from a giveaway when Granny D used to do her giveaways on Sundays. I'm pretty sure that this mainstays was in one of those.
That is so pretty.
And it was so easy, y'all. I mean, it was like you just make sure each color change was 3 stitches, and then there's like a longer colorway, and it was 6 stitches. So as long as you kept it on that, 53 stitches every row.
But by looking at the skin, you wouldn't think that it could do that.
I know. It's so cool.
I think I have one that's like called newspaper. Like I got
Oh,
it a
yeah.
long time ago.
Yeah.
It's black and
It'll
white.
beautiful. It should pull.
Chris, I'm making the Ross beanie. Yeah. I'm learning to knit more than just socks because remember that was the only thing I knew how to do. So this is my Bridget and Ray and Crystal helped me read the pattern.
I have his pattern. But I printed it off, but I didn't put it where it needed to go. So it's like it became a jumbled mess. So I need to like reprint it. But you know what I did? I cheated. I just bought one of Ross's hats off of his Etsy store. So I have a Ross hat. I just bought it.
It works. I mean, yeah,
Yeah.
I think this is the third one I'm making, but I kind of changed it a little bit. Just a needle size.
Oh, I gotcha. All right, y'all. Check it out. Hold on. I'm done with the gray. So then I'll be ready to start. So now, when I get ready to start February, there will be a distinct border or a distinct separation between January and February.
I really like that.
You'll see how it's kind of rising up there, though, because, you can't do anything about all the color changes, So it's not super duper noticeable. So I think it'll be fine. Well, it's going to be fine because I ain't starting it over. It's going to work. It's going to be good. So. Oh, scrolling down. Miss Sandra got the package from you, Miss Nancy.
Hey, Miss Dumpy.
There's where Miss Bridget came in.
Hey, Miss Sandra.
Zach said, since when is adulting fun? When I can eat cake for breakfast?
Right? I had ice cream the other day for breakfast.
I mean, just saying.
Let me go back to the StreamYard side because I'm behind over here on YouTube.
Alex.
Let's see. Jen says 2 years. No, I'm not ready to use all that old yarn. I need many more. Yeah, Nancy said she had that in there for 2 years. I was like, I've got some in here that's.
Well, this is just a gifted yarn. I have yarn that I've had for over 10 years.
I was gonna say I've got some that's been here a long time.
But all I have is I would say 90% of it is red heart in different colors. So it's not something I want to start working with at the moment. I will be pulling it out because I want to do the temperature blanket. But I'm going to be doing squares for each day. I think 3-inch squares. I'm not sure yet.
See, I thought about that, but then the thought of sewing them all together and all the ends. But you know what? I got ends with this mess too, so it would have been no different. I mean, I'm still weaving in ends. And then
I think
all the little
yours is a lot easier.
Huh?
I think yours is a lot easier.
Oh yeah, because then I don't have to go back and sew it all together.
Yes.
That would see. I've started lots of projects where I have to make stuff and then sew it all together, and guess what? It's still in pieces parts.
I don't mind sewing things so that I love making amigurumi, so I'm always sewing things together. Yes.
There's one Miss Dawn P. Hey, Lori, welcome in. She said she's been lurking. She got the bug to start something new.
Mr.
Yep, let me
Frost
show
stuck
y'all.
a kiss in there.
Aw. Let me show y'all. Here's the something new I started. This is what y'all picked out. It's the Winnie's Wonder. For those that didn't see it at the beginning, so that's what it's looking like.
I love that. That would look so nice as a rug.
Oh yeah, for sure. See, it's got that blue. There we go. Y'all can see it. There we go. So that blue really pops out just to give a little bit. So there's my little bobbin.
I want to do that, but I didn't start it because I didn't want it to be pushed to the side until I finish all these other ones.
Well, and you don't have to do the whole blanket. You could just do, because she does it in parts, and like part 1 I think is 3 or 4 videos, and then part 2. So I mean, you can do it as wide as you want, and then be like, okay, there's like Liz said, you can turn it into a rug. So she's got it, and she likes to do like the twisties and turns and changing the shapes, and so yeah.
I want to try different things.
Mm-hmm. Dawn P says, what stitch am I using on my blanket? On this one? On the temperature blanket, I am using the lemon peel. So just single, double, all the way across, alternating, and then on the next row, do a single on the double and a double on the single. And that's what I'm doing. And this one is just single crochet. But this is lemon peel. Let me make us back even again.
You can stay big.
Jen says, ads go away.
Right, I was in it too. I was just like, oh no. The rugs that I'm making are from leftover skeins of yarn. So you really, can do.
Oh, see, that's a great scrap buster.
Yes. Because I have a lot of them, like you only used half of it, or you only got a little ball. And I was like, well, we can use that.
If I leave my little balls laying around, freaking Tiny takes them.
Yeah, Alex says the same. Okay, maybe I'll go into, because I have 2 buckets full of the little balls. I could go into that for my temperature blanket.
Yep. And usually I use scrappy yarn when I'm making like these crochet alongs, especially the mandala ones. And so they usually turn out like super duper colorful. Which one of the ones that y'all had the option to choose, I was going to do that with, but I decided I wanted to color control this one because it looked really pretty, and I wanted to use those bobbins. But yeah, all this right here is just yarn that was in my stash. Most of it is Red Heart, which I think right now so far every color I've used has been Red Heart. Got some Bluebell in there from Ollie's. I know I've got I Love This Yarn coming up, but I don't think I've used it yet. I think it was one of the later month or warmer months, but. And Miss Lori sent me a picture of her happily states. We're gonna go take a looky see. Let me pull it up.
One of my big projects that I probably won't start till the middle of the year. I want that Flower Power yarn from Red Heart.
Yes.
I have 2 skeins of that, and I was thinking of making solid squares to go with it, to make myself like a duster, a flower powered duster. And using the Flower Power either on the sleeves or on the either side of it where you close it, and then the rest of it will be solid.
Oh no!
I'm gonna click off of my thingy. Hold on. Open back up. Okay. Scrolly.
So those are my plans, but that's gonna be like in the middle of the year.
Alex. What's the matter?
Okay, y'all, here is Lori's happily stained blanket, and it turned out so great, Lori. So
Wow.
pretty. Let me see if I
Hold
can
on.
zoom in a little.
I need to make the screen bigger over here. It's
There we
too
go.
Oh,
small.
We'll
that
zoom
is
in.
so pretty.
I like the way it turned out. Oh, I like the little how you did the rainbow edge. I like that.
That's on my to do list too. I have the
And
yarn for
y'all,
it.
don't be intimidated. This is like a super, like, I think, a super easy. I think it's a easy. You get a. It was easier. It looks like it's hard, but it's not. And Lori
I
can.
have the black and the colorful yarn that I want to use for it.
Hmm.
It's in a bag ready to get worked on.
And Jen is asking, what yarn is it? It kind of looks like that Mexicana, the rainbow, red heart rainbow. It's not what it's called. I think it's called Mexicana though. But it's got all the colors of the rainbow. But it may not be. Lori can let us know. And everybody's saying it's pretty and I love it. Jen said super easy and you carry your yarn. Yes, ma'am, because I am all about not having a bunch of tails to weave in. Yay, I think it turned out awesome, Lori. Stop screen share. Okay, y'all, it's time. Well, actually, it's past time to drop the Jeopardy question. And y'all, I didn't know it. Yep. She said that variegated yarn was from 1975, and it is the Mexican colorway, but the label was the old Wintuck brand name. Oh wow!
I found some Wintuck at Goodwill the other day. They wanted $4 for it for a half a skein. It was pretty cool because seeing the old label, but I wasn't paying $4 for that.
No, not when you can go buy the brand new skein at Walmart.
And it was half a skein. It was
They
pretty cool
do
too.
that at like Goodwill, any places. They're so expensive. It's like 25 cents more. You could just go buy something brand new.
Yeah. Now sometimes I can find like a good deal. They'll have like a big baggie, and it'll have like 3 or 4 different ones in it, and it'll be the same price as the one laying beside it. That's one skein, and it's just like,
That was mine. The older one, the Wintuck one, was $4, and right next to it had 4 skeins wrapped together for $4. But it was a regular the newer Red Heart.
I guess because they saw that Wintuck and they were like, oh, that's bougier than Red Heart.
I took a picture of it. At least I have that.
Mm-hmm. Let's see. Lori said the white and the black are the big balls of just yarn from Dollar Tree. I have been impressed with the Dollar Tree yarn. You know, some of it's made by Premier, and I've been impressed with it. Honestly, I thought it's pretty nice.
I have 3 of those skeins.
Alrighty, y'all. So the Jeopardy answer is we are still doing Bachelor of Arts. And if I could have come up with the italicized stuff, I might could have got the answer. So y'all in the chat might be smarter than me, but it wasn't coming to me today. So it probably wouldn't have came to me tomorrow either. So, you know. I could have guessed, but that's all it would have been was a guess. Okay, so the answer is, well, the category is still Bachelor of Arts, and the answer is, in 1806, this composer wrote his immortal beloved, Can you change? Can you change it that you are not wholly mine? She couldn't. Ah, go to it, chat. And y'all, I don't know if she is still lurking. Before the live started, Kimberly messaged and said she would be lurking because David has to get up at 4 o'clock in the morning. And I meant to say howdy do to her when we first started, and I forgot. So if she is still lurking, hey girl. If not, hey girl on the replay. And thank you to anybody catching the replay. I appreciate y'all coming and watching. And oh, and also, if you've been catching my replays, and you have been pummeled with ads, I have figured out what was going on with that and I have corrected it. Any other content creator, go check your videos and see how many ads are placed. You can go in and manually remove those if you feel like it's too many. So
Yeah.
just a heads up. One of my videos had 45 ads in an hour and 45-minute video.
I had
So I
one
did take them
that
out.
had 7 seconds after another ad.
Yeah, and they did say that not everybody would have got all of those ads, but I did go in and take them out. So if you are catching any of my replays or any of my any of the replays, you should only get an ad about every 15 minutes. And on any of the other ones, maybe depending upon how long the video is, sometimes we can't control. Like if it's less than, I think, 8 minutes long, we have zero control of how many ads YouTube puts in it. So yeah, just something to look into. But I was aware of that. So if you were watching any of my videos and you're getting an ad like every 2 to 3 minutes, shoot me an email or even just leave a comment that says, "Hey, that's a whole lot," or something, just to let me know, and I'll go in and check it out. But I think I've got all of them. I think I've got them all fixed. So.
Well, I have 3 to 4 lives a week, so I've been taking a while to get back to them.
Yeah, it took a while. So I mean, and there may be some, like I stopped when I got to like it seemed like there was like a time span, and it had to be something when YouTube did one of their like updates or whatever, that it went in and changed the way it was adding them.
Come
Because I
here.
noticed for the older ones it didn't do that on. So Lori says, if I do that border again, I will go down a hook size because it ended up a little wavy. Sometimes mine does that. You can also, like, if you didn't want to go down a hook size, just kind of like skip a little bit. Like instead of doing like 1 stitch for every row, do like 1 stitch and then maybe like skip a little bit. Aw, thanks, Nancy.
I'm gonna go down.
Mine always gets wavy, but yeah, going down a hook size can help.
I'm gonna go down because the cat is acting shady. I'll see you guys in the chat.
Tiny's right here. He was acting shady. Well, I'm so glad you came up and joined us.
Thank you for having me. Bye, everyone.
Bye. And then, let's see. Jen says to Lori, did you write out your pattern for the border? Let me scroll back up. So for the border, did you just do single crochet, or what border did you do? And then while you answer that, let me go over here and scrolly. And let's see, Nancy. 1, 2, or 3.
Oh, I get numbers now. 2.
Mm-hmm. See, now you'll just have to figure out which one is which. Tina says she only gets the ads when she watches on her phone, mainly uses her notebook, and she has 0 ads. Well, that's cool. And, I noticed that too. Like, if I have it open on my phone versus on the TV, like if I had, I get ads in different places. It's I don't know. But yeah, I was listening to it at work is how I noticed that I had a whole lot of extra ads in them, because I wanted to see if I had missed something, and I had told somebody I would do something after the live, and I couldn't remember what it was because I didn't write it down. So I was listening to it, and I was like, that sounds like an ad, and I'd glance over, and it was an ad, and so then I skipped it, and then I went back to work, and then I was like, that sounds like an ad, and it was an ad, so I skipped it, and then I started paying attention to like how many ads, and I was like, I got to look into that. So.
Yeah, it was crazy.
Yeah, and then I messaged Nancy, and I'm like, hey, have you noticed this? So then she went and checked hers, and it was, so I'm hoping that, because, while I understand that the ads is how I make money on YouTube. I understand that. It's also how YouTube provides this free platform for us. But I also know when I go in and watch a video, if I get 3 ads and I'm not even 5 minutes into the video, I'm
I
probably
will.
not going to watch that video. I'm going to go find something else. So,
Mhm.
yeah. So I just, I want to be considerate of the viewer. And I
Yeah,
also want to be
I
considerate of YouTube and help YouTube continue to be able to provide this platform for free. So I felt like every 15 minutes was a good compromise.
I
So
noticed that when I go to the analytics, it says viewers stop watching after 30 seconds.
yeah,
And then
because
and when I checked in there, the first minute there was 3 ads.
yeah, so Lori says on her border she thinks she did 1 round single crochet in black, 1 half double in black, 1 round in white, 1 round half double in variegated, round of white, and then a round of half double in black. And Susan saying bye to Miss Liz. Jen says she thought there were only 3 rows. Okay, I got it. Dawn P said, "Who is Beethoven?" Hey, Darcy, welcome
Hey,
in.
Garcia.
She says, sorry she's late. That's okay. You come in whenever you can. You come when you can. She said she was getting updates on her sister, and Susan says, I hope she's okay. Yes. So, y'all, I was going to go ahead and start on my next color, my next stuff for February. I went ahead and wrote down my number, or my
My
I guess
temps.
I can, my degrees. I can go ahead and get my colors. And here's my color, or my colors that I've used so far now. Oh wait, I have used the I Love This yarn. I told you I was all red heart. I have used one I Love This yarn, and that was in light peach. But all the rest have been red heart. And then I went ahead and put a grape on here, even though I haven't used grape, which I'm gonna be using grape because it is actually I'm gonna be using grape for the 3rd of February because our high was 73. But I'm taping them down as I go. So I needed my piece of tape was a little long, so I just went ahead and put the grape one there. Because I've been only putting them on there as I use them.
That's a good idea.
So,
So you
but
can
on
see
the one
samples.
for the one I did for the cross stitch one, I went ahead and just put all of them on.
That's so colorful.
Hmm I don't know why I went ahead and put them all on there. I guess because I was putting little pieces on, and then I was going ahead and putting them. Oh, and let me show y'all what I did.
Look at you
And I may
being
have
all
already showed y'all
organized.
this. I may already showed y'all this because like the embroidery floss was like I kept having to reach in, take it out, find the one that I need, put them back in, and I was afraid I was going to get them all tangled up. So I had these little baggies that I got. I think I got some of these at Dollar Tree, but these didn't come from Dollar Tree. My sister may have given me these, but I've got several of these little baggies. Um, and so what I did was I just put I put each one in it. I wrote the color on it. Then this number here, this 5, that's the number that corresponds to what I have it in on the chart. And then I also put and then I also have the temperature range.
Look at you being all organized.
And then they're all in there in their little baggies. Here we go. Got a little extra hoop in there. So, it might always be yourself unless you can be a giraffe. And then always be a giraffe. Susan said, yep, she was saying bye to Liz. That's what I thought.
If you haven't hit that thumbs up, go ahead and hit it.
Oh, thank you. Okay, so let us take a look-see here and see what our temps are going to be, or what my color is going to be. Get it back over here to the temperature chart.
Miss
Okay.
Candace says, sent you an email, girl.
Okay. Oh, let me go look.
She said, girl.
Open it up. Oh, I can't preview it. Why won't I open it? Why won't it open? It should just open. You know what? Oh, I can't open it on my phone. Yeah, I can. Hold on. Or can I? Hi, Steven.
Hello, Steven.
Oh, hold on. I forgot I unplugged it. Shush. Okay. Sorry, y'all.
Don P says, gotta run. Doug is giving me the. I'm sorry, my heart, the little heart is behind the last word.
It's giving the eyes.
Oh, okay.
Her dog is giving her the eye.
Gotcha.
The eye that says, I need to go potty. Okay, let's see. Go here. I'm going to go pull it up on my phone and see if I can hear it on my phone. And it may be because I'm on the computer.
He doesn't want to do more than one thing at a time?
Yeah, it's not wanting to open the video. Karen says, doing the sedge stitch and that baby rainbow and line from Michael's 3 years ago is soft. Sad they don't sell it anymore. I know, right? But the sedge stitch and a baby blanket is going to be beautiful.
Oh, excuse me. It's pronounced Stavon.
Oh, well, welcome in. And Darcia says to Susan about her sister. She's still in the hospital, but off the vent. Oh, that is awesome. Breathing
That's
on her
good.
own. Awesome. Fever is down. She's still in CCU, but that's great that she's off the vent. That's wonderful news. So welcome in, Stavon. So do you craft? Liz says, I'm back. The kids closed their door to their room and Alex was going crazy. Tiny does that, like if the doors are closed and he knows you're in there and you're not sleeping, if you're awake and the door is closed, he will sit outside the door. Meow, 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 meow. Dude, you gotta chill. So, okay, let's see if this will open over here. Why won't you just open? Oh, there it goes. That is super cute. Okay.
Did she make you a video?
Yes, I keep unplugging the earbuds. Hold on, y'all. I keep thinking that it's the other thing. Hold on, let me. I'll download it and put it on there. Let's see if it'll.
Stavon says, I crochet. I go slowly though.
That's okay. See, that's the thing with crochet, any craft really. You go at your own speed and do it to where it is fun for you, because if you try to go at everybody else's speed, then it becomes too much like work and it makes it not fun. So just relax, enjoy yourself, go slow. You go at your own pace. It might be slow for you, but it might be fast for somebody else, so you take it at your own speed. Okay, look at, see if it's gonna play. Come on. Okay, there we go. Maybe now let me see if I'll turn it this way. Yeah.
There we go. Nice and big.
Play.
And pause it.
Phone?
It keeps on pausing.
I'm sure it's also because it's also on, because it's also intertwined with the
yeah.
With the, I'll play it. I'll get it I will get it saved. That's awesome. Thank you, Sandra. Thank you.
I watch another creator on YouTube, and she says, "You do you, boo."
Yes. Okay, y'all. So I'm gonna go back over here to our Jeopardy answer. Bachelor of the Arts is the category, and the answer is, in 1806, this composer wrote to his immortal beloved, can you change it that you are not wholly mine? She couldn't. And the question is not under media assets. Who is Ludwig von der Beethoven? Ludwig von Beethoven. So,
Somebody had it right.
yes. So, for the one that said Beethoven, you are correct. I think it might have been Diane.
You get a gold star.
Scrolling.
Not you. You
I'm
didn't answer the
scrolling back.
question.
Nope, it was Don P. Meemaw Don P. You got it right.
Stavon says, I feel like I should be faster since I taught myself way back when I was a teenager. I'm 63 now.
It's okay. But, okay, so I started crocheting when I was 8. My grandmother tried to teach me. She crocheted way too fast. She had fast and faster were her two speeds. But my mom was able to teach me how to do the basic stitches. And then from there, I just taught myself how to do certain things. Now, once YouTube became a thing, like here like within the last few years here, because I didn't have high-speed internet, I found a lot of different things. I taught myself how to read patterns way back in the day. But then, like, there was a time span, like, in my early adulthood that I didn't crochet. Like, and sometimes, like, in high school and stuff that I didn't do much. So, like, I got slower again. Then when I got pregnant, I made blankets for the kids. But they took me forever to make. Partly because I was really slow at crocheting back in the day, but also because, I had other stuff going on around me. But now that I can do it more frequently, I've sped up a little bit. So it's okay. It's okay that you're not, the more you do it, the faster you get, or you can just take it slow and steady and just enjoy it.
As long as you're having fun.
Yep. Lori says, I hate when I'm doing a 2-row repeat, get almost to the end and realize I made a mistake on the row below. I did that on that blanket. Yeah, I got all the way around. And I don't remember if it was this one or this one. I don't remember which one of these rows it was. But you see how this little guy here has 5? Am I showing it? He's got 5 little, 5 little clusters. Yeah, I got around and one of them had 4 clusters. So then I had to pull it back out because I knew that it was supposed to have 5 and I thought I was doing really well counting them. Nope. I only have 4. I had to frog it back. Add some more. It's okay.
To me, it depends. If it changes the look of the project, I'll frog it back. If not, it's gonna stay the way it is.
Well, this would have been super noticeable if.
Oh, yeah. But if it's something like single crochet that you missed a stitch or something.
Yeah, if it's something I can just like fake it till you make it kind of thing, you add a stitch here, drop a stitch there, then for sure. But yeah, that one I had.
You know how many stitches that I fudge on my amigurumis?
Yeah,
because it's so easy to hide them.
Speaking of amigurumis, my friend wants me to do a temperature snake, and I was like, "Girl, that thing would be like 8 feet long." She's like, "And?" But somebody had posted a picture on some sort of.
I've seen
somewhere,
them.
and that's what they were doing. They were doing a temperature snake. So you just do a little ring. So I guess they made the head and they put little eyeballs on it and a little tongue. And then the rings of the snake were all the colors for the day.
I'm sorry, that's a lot of joining for something that round.
But you know what you could do? You wouldn't have to weave in any tails because you could cut it and then you could leave it on the inside and then stuff it as you go. You wouldn't have to weave in any of them tails.
True.
So,
I was looking into making a snake too.
Mm-hmm. But I was like, that's just a lot. So,
that word you used earlier today, too fiddly.
Fiddly, yes.
That's small. Because I would have to probably do like 7 days at one time. Because doing one row and putting it down.
But you can make your snake. You can make a big old fast snake. Well, see, I thought about making I guess it was back during the winter. I was thinking about making those the door drafts.
I
don't know, door drafts. Yeah. the door draft stoppers. Is that what they're called? Door drafts? Y'all know what we're talking about. Anyway, so I thought about making some of those, but a snake one for that long would be way long. But anyway, so I don't know, we'll see. And Sandra says, "You're very welcome. I'm trying to get back in my own little way for the joy I get from my Yarny peeps or my YouTube peeps." Well, thank you so much. I think it's awesome. I appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you. And scrolling. And Jen says to Stavon, "Welcome." And she's slow too. That's okay. And Darcia says she also crochets slow. If I had a turtle next to me, it would be at the other end of the table before I could get to the end of the room. Lori says, "Hey, the slower you go, the longer your yarn lasts." Exactly. There we go. So Stefan said, "I have arthritis and neuropathy in both hands, so I can't do it for as many hours at a time, but I'm having fun. Currently working on a make-along with one of the other channels I watch." Ooh, awesome. What are you making?
I have arthritis too. So I go 15, 20 minutes and I have to put it down. And that's why you see me stopping a lot, because your fingers start getting stiff and you're like, okay, I need to move them around.
And see, and I mix mine up. Sometimes I crochet all day. I mean, I take breaks. I don't crochet like for 10 hours straight or something. And it depends too, because it depends on what hook I'm using. Like if I'm using this hook because it's fatter, then I don't feel like my hand gets all crampy and I can crochet longer. But now if I'm making something where it calls for, do I have a little tiny hook? Where it calls for one of these tiny hooks, I can't crochet as long because my hand cramps up. I think it's just because it's a smaller hook and I have to hold it, tighter maybe. I don't know. So
I need to check my furrows because I know I have an M. I think I have an H because I'm using an H, but I'll do it for the next one. Ooh. Yeah, it is an H, but it's one of those acrylic ones.
And see, I think the acrylic ones are slippery. They're slippery little suckers, but they're pretty. See, I don't use mine as often, like that.
But to me, if you look at my Susan Bates, and then this one here, from I don't know if you could. Let's see if I can share it. Okay, turn this one. There's the Susan Bates, right? And then this one here. You see how tall that one is compared to the Susan Bates?
Mm-hmm.
I haven't used it, so I don't know if that's gonna make a difference in my tension or my stitches. So when I saw this, like, man, that's real long. They're supposed to be the same. Look, they're supposed to be the same size.
Let me show you.
You see how tall that this one is? They're pretty. Look at that.
Okay, so check it out. Can you see these? These are both Furls brand. Let me show y'all this.
Switches. There you go.
Okay, so they're both standing on my hand, and check it out. So the Streamline is that much taller than the Odyssey. And they're all the same length. Like this one's fatter, but like they're all, it doesn't matter which one of the Streamlines you're using size-wise, they're all the same height. I find, because I have little tiny hands, my hands are small, I find that these, like if I'm working, because I hold them up here, this part right here hooks on my project. Now, in my tutorial that was supposed to come out last weekend that didn't, it'll be coming out this weekend. I had to finish editing it, and I just needed to do the whole once over. So it's for the neck warmer for this little dude, the turtle neck warmer.
Mm-hmm.
Where's he at? This guy right here. So the tutorial for that is coming
out this color.
Weekend. So there's the turtle beanie that we that y'all helped make on the mystery live make along last month. And then I made the next week we did One Skein Wonders, and I made this one. Actually we made
this was supposed to be a One Skein.
We made the green one, and we made the green beanie on the lives. But so the tutorial is coming out this weekend, probably tomorrow. I just have to review it and make sure that I got all my little words everywhere I need to do. Make sure that there's no like technical glitches. But yeah, so you'll see in that I kept hooking the tail end of my hook on it. But this one, see how like when I hold it, it just has a little teeny tiny bit that sticks out, not a whole lot. But when I hold these, a whole bunch sticks out. So this I find that I hook it on my project a whole lot more.
This is perfect for my little hands too. And the dots are not too bad. Stevan says, I collect turtles and I always had them on my desk at work. Management knew if they wanted the work done, don't rush me. Lori says, I did a temperature snake for my son to commemorate his senior year. I only did the days he was in school, so it wasn't super long. I'll send you a picture. That's a good idea.
Yeah, that's
You
a
don't
good
have to do the whole
idea.
year.
Yeah. But this is our
Karen,
turtle.
I did one. I'm sorry. Miss Karen says, I want to do a crochet balloon dog. I made one for Jay once. They're so cute. Because he got a balloon animal from the fair and it popped on him and he cried.
So you made him one that wouldn't pop.
Mm-hmm.
Good
and they're
idea.
so easy.
So this is our so Stefan, this is the turtle beanie. And I let my members name it. And then we picked all the stitches on a live. It was a mystery even to me. I knew we were making a beanie, but as far as how it was going to be made, I left up to them. But that's what the crown of it looked like. And then one of my members, Miss Kimberly, said that this reminded her of a turtle shell, so this became the turtle beanie. And then
that's on my list to do.
The turtle neck
warmer. My list is like getting this long.
Yep. So, but that is cool.
Trish says she takes breaks when I know the lawn or wash the outside windows, etc. I always chores to do. And Stefan says,
crochet, take a break.
It's one that yarn addicts make along. He has parameters on colors and minimum size. Hoping I finish. Deadline is to submit is 3/1.
Gotcha. Is it for a boggy blanket, a boggy creek? I think is what he's. I know that's what he was doing. I'm guessing that's what he's still doing. But Trish says I need to paint the house exterior again. I'm glad I don't have to paint my house.
Acrylic was not good for Ami. What's she saying about acrylic ones? Oh, the pearl hooks.
Mm-hmm. The problem with my hands make it difficult to keep tension.
Don't push yourself because you're gonna be rushing and you're not gonna enjoy it, and then you're gonna just decide I ain't gonna do this anymore.
Cute. Did you use the moss stitch? That's what it looks like. Hold on. This looks like a moss stitch. So it's not a boggy creek. Okay, so just a blanket with a certain perimeter and deep. That's cool though. Let me share screen and show Miss Lori's temperature snake. He's cute. Did it share?
Oh, that's cute.
Super cute.
Something like that I wouldn't mind. Mm-hmm. I could probably do one for Jay for his senior year in high school.
Yeah, because she keeps asking me, when are you going to make a snake? And I'm like, I don't want to do a temperature snake. That thing would be long. Now, I had already thought about making the door drafts. So I could do those. And she said, yes, it's a moss stitch.
Well, you can do the door draft a certain length, and then for the next 3 or 4 months, do another door draft and have 4 door drafts.
Yeah. Oh, I could do it for the I could do 4. Winter, spring, summer, fall. All the 4 seasons. That would work. And then I could sell them as I don't guess you would need it. Well, I don't know. You could use a door draft stopper for summer to keep the heat out. But Stefan said, I'm having a ball and went outside of my comfort zone. See, that's awesome.
That's all that matters. Mm-hmm. I don't know why my camera keeps.
Because I did that. I had been, okay, we were talking about crocheting, like the age we started crocheting. So when I was younger, all the stuff that I made when I was younger was just stuff that I made up. Like I didn't know stitch names or patterns or how to read a pattern. And So then when I got a little bit older, probably high school, college, maybe, I guess is when I started looking at patterns, or getting like, or her, my mom maybe even, she may have even got me a book like when I was in high school with different crochet stitches. And so then I used that book to learn how to do new stitches. And then for the longest time, I was afraid to try basket weave and waffle stitch or cables because I'm like, I can't do that. That's too hard. And then one day I took my little pattern. Well, actually, it's still when Red Heart was at redheart.com before it went over to Yarnspirations, which Yarnspirations now has all of the Red Heart patterns. So if you had an old Red Heart pattern that you used to like to make and you can't find it anymore, check on Yarnspirations because there's really good chance that it's still there. But anyway, so I had printed off a whole bunch of patterns off of Red Heart. And so I made my son's friend wanted me to make him a hat. And so I was like, okay, I'm going to make a hat based off of this pattern. And I started making it. And y'all, it was so small, but I was going by what it said to use, but I didn't do a gauge swatch. That was my, But it was at that time that I realized I crocheted really tight, at least with the hook that I was using. I was crocheting really, really tight. So I found that if I have to go up 2 hook sizes to get that gauge. But that's why I was like afraid to try any wearable because I mean, like, I didn't want to make it and then it be way too small after you put all that time and energy into it. So, but once I figured out like gauge is important, and just because the pattern says to use an eye doesn't mean I have to use an eye. It means go by the gauge swatch, and if it uses an eye, but I need to use a K to get the same measurements, then use the K. But yeah, stepping outside of your comfort zone, that's the way to do it. That is the way to do it.
Well, I've never done a corner to corner with the mesh stitch. I've done a corner to corner, but I mean, like, I'm gonna try it, and it's like, oh, this is nice.
Mm-hmm.
And last year, you taught me a bunch of other stitches I never tried.
Oh, Stefan said the projects aren't limited to fiber arts. All mediums are welcome for this challenge. Oh, that's awesome. Chris K says, yep, keep AC in with the summer draft dodger. Exactly. See, so that's what I'm thinking now. Y'all got the wheels turning, so I could sell them like in like a 4-pack or something. Or, do them by year for, or, you could sell 4 because you got a front. I'm going to say most. A lot of places have a front door and a back door.
What it doesn't have to be a temperature snake. It could be a snake like for winter, use whites and blues and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And for spring, use the pastel colors. And then for summer, the bright colors. And you got fall colors.
Yep. You could do a Christmas one.
Mm-hmm.
So Stefan is doing a mile a minute, join as you go from Jada and Stitches. See, now Jada always used to have. Has she doing it this year? I haven't really looked. No, she usually does like a year-long project too. One year she did a Tunisian, and I got started on that. I was making a scarf, and I did learn quite a few new Tunisian stitches when because that's one that I don't know all of the stitches for is Tunisian. So that one was fun. I haven't finished it. It's a whip. I need to pull that back out and finish it. Wonder what I did with that. Yeah. So many projects. Trish says, I don't use AC, too expensive, but I've got all my doors and windows open wide. Girl, if it gets to be 122, I gotta have my AC. But I understand. It can get pricey. Heat can too, unfortunately. And when it was like super duper cold last month, my electric bill is astronomical. But anyway, is there a pattern for the turtle hat? I have a tutorial. We did it on a live, but I also have a tutorial. I can link it. I could drop a link for it. I don't have a written pattern for it, but I do put the stitch counts and everything on screen. Let's see, Lori said she did the snake on the weekend and did the high and low of each day. Each section was then 10 rounds long. Cool. He said Jada's doing a very interesting cow this year. I'll have to go check it out. Lori said, I did put in a sparkle yarn on either side of the special days, like his 18th birthday, awards day, the day he got accepted to his first choice college, etc.
Oh, that's
Oh,
pretty
that's
cool.
a good idea.
That's a good memory.
Yeah, and see, and I thought about doing something like that and offering it as like if I really like the temperature blankets, or if I found a pattern or a design, or figure out how I want to do it, and then like do it as a commission. But then I'm like, do I really wanna? Okay, it says the MAM pattern is her 2021 winter calendar blanket. Oh. And Susan said, I still need to finish the blanket I was doing with you. I did finish mine. It's not in here, but you do, so you can. But see, that's the thing with the make alongs, crochet alongs. You go at your own pace, and then you can always go back and finish it whenever you want to. Trish says, yeah, electricity is very expensive in her country. And she said, yeah, poor Lisa couldn't do her live as it was too hard for her. I saw that because it was going to be really, because she doesn't have it either. It's just, that would just be terrible to not be able to, just, I couldn't imagine living here without air conditioning.
Oh,
it would be miserably hot.
No.
It would be just miserable.
No. I'm going to get the beanie video for Stevan.
Okay, that's what I was heading to do too. You go right ahead.
Got it. Copy? Or is it copy?
Hey, Mr. Stir Drink. Welcome in. Mr. Stir Drink, they also likes your Starry Night shirt. Do I have Ravelry? Etsy. I do have Etsy, but I don't have any patterns on them. That was the goal for 2024, was to start writing up patterns. I was going to write up a pattern for my Happily Stained, which didn't happen. I was going to write up patterns for some of the other tutorials that I have. As y'all know,
Hey, Mr. Stir Crazy, I haven't seen you in a while.
Yeah. So y'all know 2024 took a hard break. So, but it's on my list. It's still on my list to get it done in 2024.
It's Starry Night with Grogu.
It's cute.
I have two. This is a 2X and I have a 3X. Because they were on sale.
Hey, that's it. Yeah.
They're comfy.
Yes, so that is a goal. That is a goal for 2025, is to get some of my PDFs, to get some of the patterns written up and put into PDFs. Happily Stained, I actually have fairly well written up. I just have to, because so for those that have done the pattern or that have done the tutorial, so like Lori and Jen, I'm trying. Okay, so y'all know the drop down stitch that I do, the drop down double. How would I write that up in a pattern? That's why there isn't one for Happily Stained, because the half double, the double, the singles, chain 2, skip 2, all that easy peasy. But on that third one where you gotta drop down, I mean, would you just say, okay, on stitch blah blah, drop down? I guess I could do it as like a special stitch, like say a special stitch where it says drop down. You're gonna work 2 rows below into the skipped stitch.
Yeah.
I mean, is that how y'all would write it up?
Special stitch section.
Okay. Oh, thank you. So Lori says she made a temperature blanket for her son and daughter-in-law. He proposed on January 1st and used the temperature it was here at the time he popped the question in shades of their favorite colors. Oh, that's a good idea. Oh, let me scroll back up. Chris K says, did I get the email from the other day? I think so. I believe I replied to you. Hold on, let me just double check. Wait. Yeah, your Sedge Stitch stuff. I did. Do you want me to show those real quick? I can.
Stevan says he popped out for a second to save the beanie.
Yay!
And he's back. Welcome back.
Oops, they did not come through. Okay. On my phone, I only had like 2 pictures, but on my computer, there's a bunch of pictures. So yeah, I will share these if you want me to.
She said, no, you can if you want.
All right, I sure will then. Let me share screen. Tell me, let me get Beethoven off the screen here first.
I mean, like, who's Beethoven? That was a new animal.
Okay. Right, so these are some projects that Chris has made using sedge stitch. So these are some fingerless mitts. Is it Sharon over there?
Yes.
Okay. Those are nice. Those are really pretty. And here's a I don't know if it's a blanket. I think so.
I would like that
It's
pink
pretty.
color.
I just love the way the sedge stitch looks. It's so pretty.
Mm-hmm.
And y'all, I mean, it's a very easy, the sedge stitch. I mean, if you can single, half double, double, skip 2,
Hola, Miguel.
repeat, you're good to go. That's looking pretty. I like it. Oh, so that's the square, the sedge stitch square. That's what that is. That's a pretty pink too. Those are nice. I like it.
I made a sedge stick cover for one of my altered my composition notebooks.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know where it is. I don't know if I get fit to somebody. I don't know if someone's bought it from me.
For the what? Say again. Oh,
The cover, the blue one.
I kind of think you sold it at one of your sales.
That's what I'm thinking. Because when I was cleaning up and getting all this stuff organized under my desk, I'm like, did I sell that thing?
Maybe. I don't know. We'll have to go back, because if you did, it would have been like it would have been at the either the Christmas sale or the other. You know, when you did them that time. Lori says they were engaged for a year. She was able to finish it and give it to him as a wedding gift. They both cried because they didn't know I was making it. See, that's awesome. And so, Miguel, are you feeling better? I watched your video earlier. Oh, let's see what my friend just sent me. She sent me 4 pictures. Oh, we playing a game. She sent me pictures of cards she needs. But that's awesome. Savon says I'm a woman. Okay, that's okay. So I know I said he, but then I was looking at the picture and I was like, I'm thinking that's a lady. So thank you for clarifying. Gotcha. So Stavon like Siobhan, but Stavon. Okay. That's me. That's for me. That's how I'm gonna remember it. But I could see the little picture, and I kept thinking. That's why I was hesitant to say he or she, but I know I did say he
on my
ago, so.
iPad, the pictures about this.
Yup.
What did I say? Oh, it was a notebook cover, Darcia. One
Yeah,
of my composition notebooks. I did like a sleeve to wrap over it, and then you could remove the notebook cover.
Stavon says, "Am I playing Monopoly Go?" No, we're playing Travel Town. Although she does play Monopoly Go, and that's what. So I played Monopoly Go for like a little bit, but I don't know. I don't know. I didn't get into that one, but I really like this Travel Town. It's just a matching game, basically. You know, you're just, but I like it.
It's a little something to do every so often, right?
Yep, yep. But on my videos, on my tutorials, I haven't done it on all of them, but I try my best to put like in words what I'm doing each round, because when I started my YouTube channel, I wanted to do things in my tutorials that I liked. So a lot of times, if I'm doing something else, I wouldn't even have the volume on. I just like to glance up because I'm so used to patterns or writing my own stuff down. Like if I'm making up my own pattern, I'll just jot it down. So if I want to go back and read it again or make it again, I can just glance down at what I did. So I'm like you, I like to have it written down. So that's why I like to put so it's not, I don't really have a written pattern out there, but I try to put the written pattern instructions as text in the videos. So, and Chris K says the same thing. Yep, I think you sold it. I think she did too. Like I remember either that or you gifted it. Either that or you did it as a giveaway. But I kind of think you sold it. I really think you sold it.
Well, I haven't had many sales, so I can go back to my sale videos and check it out.
Yeah. Stefan says, yeah, I can't even tell what I look like in those topics. Susan says, I just cannot get into the temperature blanket. You should, okay, so if you like the merging matching games, then you would like Travel Town. Like right now though, I'll show you what it looks like, but right now my screen, my board is completely full. So I'm gonna have to go back and sell some stuff, and I don't know what all these little things are, but that's what my screen looks like right now. And these little dudes right here are maxed out, so I can't merge them. But I don't know what they're due. Right now I'm trying to get all these seashells. And the seashells was like an earlier level, but I didn't get all of them. So I'm like, well, I'm just going to go back and get all the seashells. So for 2 weeks, I've been trying to get all the seashells just because. Oh, Steph said, I love that way too. Makes it easy to write out in my special journal book. Yay. But that's what I'm trying to do. I try to put like each round, and I want to say I've done it for all of my tutorials. I can't promise that I did. If I didn't, it's just because I was lazy that day and didn't go back and edit it, or my editing software was being a pain in the hind end. And I was like, you know what? Just forget it. It's going up as is. But I like to try to put all of it in there. So, and where is, okay. Let me show you, Miss Susan, my first temperature blanket. If I can reach it. It was huge. It was going to be huge, I should say. And it also, this one I was using all the colors of the rainbow. And this is that, I don't even think Hobby Lobby has it anymore. I haven't seen it in a while. Or I haven't paid attention. It's the Yarn Bee Soft and Sleek, which is like basically was their version of Karen Simply Soft. But I bought all the colors, and then I had to go back and buy more of the colors. But this was going to be so wide. It was going to be a full-size bedspread, or a queen-size bedspread, where it was going to touch the floor on both sides because it was going to be so long. I wanted it to be, I didn't want it to look weird. So needless to say, it didn't get finished, but I was doing half double. This is what it looked like. This, I have all the stuff written down for that year, but that was the colors.
That's pretty.
Let's see how many rows we got here. 1, 2, 3. So this is January through March, and maybe starting into April. So as you see, I did not finish it. I got bored with it, Susan. I did. I got bored with it. So, that's why I decided I would do it again this year, but do it half a row per day. So it's not going to be as long. And since I'm not doing this massively huge project, like huge, I think that thing was going to be like 8 feet long. And it's like really wide. It's like double the width of my wingspan. Whereas this one is just the width of my wingspan. So I'm only doing half a day or half a row per day. So I mean, I do have more color change, or actually, I'm really not having more color changes because it would be the same thing as if I was doing it every row. But so that's what it's looking like. I'm not sure if I'm gonna like the split in the middle, but it is what it is. I do like the look of the ones that do like the total hour or like the sunrise sunset thing. So they do like the day and the night, and then they do the high for the day and the low for the night, so that it gives it this really cool curve up the center. I think that's pretty cool. But you know, Susan said it sounds boring to her. I'm just doing it just because I wanted to say that I had finally finished a temperature project. So that's what that is. But also, I'm doing it in the cross stitch because this is going to be really pretty. I just turned my TV on. I guess I hit the remote. But so this one, because when this is done, it'll be an 8x10, and it'll be all these really pretty colors, and then I can frame it. But this one has the high and the low, whereas my blanket only has the high. Chris K said that first temperature blanket would make a good throw. It maybe if I cut it in half and sewed it together.
A sleeping bag.
Yeah,
So
because
sides.
Or okay, let me fold it in half here. Is that to give you an idea of how big it is? Okay, because it's big. It's big. So big. Okay. So I may frog it back out and make something else with it because I hate for this yarn to go to waste. Okay, there we go. Can you see it? There's one hand. That's folded in half. So
sew up the sides so you can put your feet in when it's cold.
But it's not very wide.
Oh, I see.
Yeah. Let's see. See, the split is cool. Makes it look like you did panels and joined them. Yeah. Okay. So, well, good. Okay. So it's looking good then. Okay. Good deal. Yep. It'll be, just from day to day, the drastic color changes of the South. And now that we're on YouTube, I have learned that it's not just the South; it's like everywhere. It's everywhere. But the temperature is drastic. Yeah, so we've already gone through 7 of our 12 colors just in January. And then February is going to introduce another one. So we'll see how many colors February does. But as of right now, I know February is going to have at least one of the 70-degree days because the high was 73 this week. But then the high on the first was 47. So 47 on the first and 73 on the third. But I know it's getting ready because at work it's like temps to plummet.
The chat is popping.
Yeah. So Darcia says, I hope so. Decreasing is scary, and I need to know when and where to start and finish. I know. I need to help you out with that. It's not hard. I'm trying to think, who did I watch do that? It's been so long since I learned corner to corner. That's another one. Most of the patterns that were written for corner to corner, for the little corner to corner boxes, were very difficult to understand. So I did, when I first got YouTube, or when I first got high-speed internet access to YouTube, that's one of the first videos that I watched, because I had, and when I watched the first one, I was like, oh, that's so much easier than I thought it was.
Good night, Lori.
Good night, good night. She says, got to get up early, go to actual work done, or have to get up early and get my actual work done before all the upper managers come in. Boo. But yeah, I got it. Karen says, yep, like I said the other day, look up Mikey from Crochet Crowd. And you know who else? Craig Fiber Spider has some corner to corner stuff. I think it was Craig. Pretty sure. And Craig also has like a join as you go corner to corner.
Jen says good for a car seat size. Yeah, the width is good for a car seat size, but it's like 9 feet long.
Yeah, it's okay. So what it was gonna be? It was gonna be a queen size bedspread. So when I put it on my bed, I kind of think it was gonna touch the floor, but I may have just had it go to where it would go to the bottom of the bed frame. But I kind of think it was going all the way to the floor because the length of it was gonna go off the end of the bed. It was gonna come up because it was gonna be so long because I measured it out. So it was going to be long enough to tuck underneath the pillow and then flop up over the pillow. So, you know, like a old school hotel bedspread. It was going to be massive. Massive. So, yeah, it probably would absolutely...
a bed runner.
So it would absolutely fit on a king-size bed. Lori says, didn't we talk about making that into a pocket shawl? Ooh, maybe we did. You know what? Maybe we did. We may have, Lori, because I could fold it up like a so.
Oh, to make the pockets?
I could just fold it up, put a little seam, maybe even put a seam right here and give it two pockets.
Yeah.
Because it'd be like a wrap. Because, I mean, it goes from my shoulder to my waist. Or it could be a super scarf. I think we talked about that too. It could be a super
Didn't Lenny Kravitz have a big old giant scarf?
Yeah, the super scarf. Do I already have this? Still have this folded? No, I don't. So there we go. Ta-da! It's a scarf. Calling it.
There you go. For when the temperatures are 4 degrees outside.
Yep. Hola, Maritza.
Hola, Maritza.
Trish said it also could be a nice bag for a drop sleeve. Oh, I could. Now, it might be too long for that, though. I'm just sitting here thinking but you know what it could be? You know those that, I've been wanting to make one of these. I could cuff the ends, and then it could be one of those. Where's the end to it? One of the ones. Have y'all seen those shawls or scarves or wraps or whatever you want to call them? That they go across your back and then they crisscross, and then you put your arms in them this way.
Yeah, I've seen it.
Or you can cross it in the back and bring it around from behind. But the same thing, and let the crisscross be in the back, and then the front is solid, and then you put your arms in it. Okay. That may be the drop sleeve cardigan. That may be what it's called, but I could do that. Karen says, yeah, I need to show Darcia how to decrease on the corner to corner. And let me write that down because she mentioned that the other day. I believe it was on Nancy's live. Okay, decrease corner to corner. Because I think Nancy said something about doing something with it too. So, okay. Stevan is in New York, so they get crazy weather too. It's like I never realized that the northern states. Okay, my TV didn't turn back off. There we go. That the northern states had such drastic weather changes too. But like now that's one of the things I've learned being on YouTube and meeting people from all over everywhere. It's that everywhere has these drastic changes. Like I just figure in New York it's cold and it stays cold and you have snow all the time, but that's not the case, you know. Which my ex-in-laws are in Massachusetts, and It's cold there, and they have a snow a lot of the time. But I mean, it just I didn't remember it being as drastic as it was here, but apparently it is.
But Tracy, that comes on my channel every so often.
Mhm.
She said last year they got up to 50 inches of snow, and this year they haven't had any snow.
Oh wow, none at all.
And she said that was it yesterday? It was 13 degrees.
Oh yeah, because you were like 13 and no snow. That's not. Yeah, that's. And then I saw Maritza come in. I can't remember if I said hola back, but hola Maritza.
Yeah, you did.
Okay, good. Let's see. Susan said she did 6 corner to corners and double crochet, and the 7th one in half double. Yeah, because they had the mini. Was that mini half? The mini. I forget what they called it. It's not mini C to C. Maybe it is. Jen said, I had to share. I just pulled out the end of one skein from the middle and got the tip and no yarn bar. First time ever. What?
She needs a congratulations.
You do. It's over here. It won't play, but it'll be ready for next time. My nemesis in crocheting is changing colors. No matter the wonderful tutorials I've watched, I get frustrated and just tie a knot. On this here, I've been doing a hybrid. You know what? Let me just show y'all how I've been doing it.
Hey, Miss Bonnie.
Kimberly, Pajama Quilter, sent me a video, and I was like, what is this witchcraft? I've got to try it because it was amazing, and it was less noticeable than the I just got to find a couple of yarns to play with here. Here, you. Well, not you together. Like even the magic knot was giving me like I could still see it, but I didn't want to have to knot everything and then have to weave in that many tails, especially with that seam going up the middle, because I knew the middle would just make it super bulky. And then I saw an ad or not an ad, but all these people were like, you need to do the Russian join, So I'm like, okay, I'll try the Russian join. So like it doesn't come undone, it doesn't leave it bulky. Yes, it does leave it bulky because you're weaving the yarn back up through it. And they're like, oh, but you won't be able to notice it. But you notice it when you're doing a color change in the center lots of times because how can you not? You're doubling up the yarn in the same spot. Anyway, but maybe it's because the yarn wasn't twisted really.
Hello, Miss Kelly.
Hey, so it was popping back out. But anyway, I'm not using that now. I did because I wasn't frogging it back out to redo it. But let me show y'all the knot. Well, and I've tried to find the name of it. Let's put that up there.
Miss Bonnie
find the name of it. Best I can figure out is the name of this. It's like a modified weaver's knot. As best I can figure out with this. So, where did the end of that other yarn go? Come here, you. Oh, you're attached. Oh, I know why. Because we were doing the twisted fringe. I'm like, that is not the same yarn. Okay.
Yeah, I was doing the twisted fringe. That was the first time I did the twisted fringe on my scarf.
Okay. But yeah. Okay, untwist. There we go. Scissors. Where did I do with them? There they are. Karen said Jada and Stitches also has a corner to corner. Karen learned from Mikey. Mikey has a lot of good tutorials. And let me scroll down. Jen says Nanook of the North. What is that? Oh. I gotcha. Trish says, yep, I'm set for Antarctica with my scarf. Chris K said there was a time recently that had been a great scarf. I know, right? When it was like 4 degrees outside here. It was so cold here. Like, it got so cold here, and then, like, no snow. But the week before, we had snow. Like a Scooty. Trish says, I do oblong for my drop sleeve cardigans. No shaping for the neck. Nice and cozy and super easy. Oh, okay. And Jen to Susan, which do you prefer for the corner to corner, double or half?
I've always done double. I've never tried half.
Would it work as a poncho? It may not work as a poncho, but it might work as... I was going to say I might make it work as a ruana, but maybe not because it would have to be, because it would be curved.
Yeah.
I think I can make it work though as the crisscross wrap, like where it goes straight across here, crossing in the back, and then sleeves, armholes. So it's kind of, yeah. I think that would work. I'm going to try that. Then I don't have to froggy it back.
And you'll have a finished object.
Exactly. Bonnie said it never snows at 13. It only snows in the 30s. Trust me, I lived in Chicago for 45 years. I know the pattern. When you want it, but I mean, I want it to, but it could snow when it's 30 and then drop down to the teens, and then that way the snow stays. But I mean, it's in the South. If it's going to snow here, we ain't going to be snowed in for long because y'all just saw 75 degrees, 40 degrees 2 days before. There's Miss Kelly. Miss Upbringit.
Yep, Miss Kelly is going to be on the Crafty Ladies.
Yes, not this Saturday. This Saturday I have my Let's Get Crafting Live, which probably is going to be punch needle. But I haven't committed fully. I thought I had another thing that I was going to show y'all how to do with a fork. But y'all know how hard it is to bend a fork when you don't want to bend a fork? When you want to bend the fork the way you want to bend the fork? Yeah. May have to get out the hand tools for that one. But anyway. But yeah, Miss Kelly is going to be our special guest on the Crafty Ladies. It's already scheduled, so y'all can go set a reminder. And Susan said she enjoyed the half double. Bonnie said, yep, when the temperature drops, everything turns to ice. Well, that's usually what happens in the South anyway, because it will rain all day and everything will be a wet, muddy mess. And we do have brine to treat the roads with, but when it's raining all day long, they can't brine the road, or the brine that is on the road gets washed away. So then the temperatures tend to drop in the middle of the night down below freezing, and then it freezes, and then we'll get snow after that. So usually we have now it didn't do that this last time that it snowed. That was surprising. But normally, historically, that's what happens. So then you have this thick layer of ice underneath all the snow. So it's just treacherous.
Hey, Miss Jessie.
That's why the South shuts down, and we just stay at home when it snows. Hey, Jessie.
The Crafty Gypsy, Miss Jessie.
And Kelly says she's going to have to try the half double with the C to C too. It doesn't leave as big of the hole. It's not as holy. Okay.
The half double crochet was my favorite stitch until the sedge stitch came along. But half doubles in the sedge stitch, so I'm good with both.
There you go. Okay, let me turn the camera.
And make yourself biggie.
Okay. Bonnie says, here in Branson, it only snows once or twice a year, and when it does, the town shuts down. I'm like, what? But there are too many hills. You want to go flying off. You don't want to go flying off. Exactly. And like with the like with here, because we don't get a whole lot of snow, we don't have the infrastructure to support having 15 plows and all that kind of stuff. But I mean, we do have plows. We just don't have that many, and we do have stuff to brine and treat the roads. But it takes time to get to everything, so it's just easier to just stay home. Okay, so you take. What I've been doing is I've been putting my tail that is like what I'm using currently on the blanket. But with this, y'all, you can cut. Oh, okay. hook. What'd I do with you? There you are. We're just going to use this right here and as an example. Okay. What was I doing? Oh, I was doing a granny stitch. Okay. We're just going to skip. Okay, so you can go right here and you just finished your stitch. Okay, so this is where you're wanting your color change to be. Do I need to zoom down?
A little bit.
Boop, boop. Okay. All right, so you can, I know it was scary the first time I did it. Susan said, what is the sedge stitch? Susan, that is the one that you do a single, a half double, and a double all into the same space. Skip 2. I want to say it was March, maybe? March's stitch, maybe? Or no, February. Because I think it was February stitch because we started with the moss stitch and then I think maybe it was February. I do have a tutorial for it. Okay, so you're gonna take your scissors and you're gonna snip it right here, y'all. I know. Did you see? Right there.
Ouch.
I know. The first time I did it, I was scared. Okay, so now I'm gonna hold on to this little thing right here. Take out my hook, and then I'm gonna back this one out. Okay, so I'm gonna put this one on top. This green one is what I'm changing my color to. You're gonna hold them. You're gonna wrap the green one over your thumb. So around behind like that. Wrap it a second time. Then you're gonna take it in front of your thumb and across these two little tails right here. And just kind of hold it with this hand, or with these fingers. Then you're gonna take these and you're gonna fold them over and go into these little, the first time you do it is, or like me, the 10th or 20th time, however many I've done it now. So now they're under here and you're going to just pinch them with your thumb. Then take your tail here, release it, and you're going to pull it so that this one here is going to go right around these two right there. So just take your time with it and then release this one a little bit and keep pulling. Give it a tug, and it's going to start pulling its little way around. Now I can let go of that one. Tug, tug, tug. Pull, 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 pull. And now you're in there. Yank it. It's not coming apart. Then take your little scissors. It's a variation of the weaver's knot and the magic knot combined. Then you cut them as close as you can to that knot.
Ouch.
That's it. That right there, that's it. That's all the wasted yarn you've got. Go back over here. I would never have done that with a magic knot. Cut it that close. Double.
I'll have to play that over and over again.
And then look, and then there's your little knot hidden in there. And you can still see it just a little bit, but, and then you just work on, but check it out. So now your knot's kind of hidden in that stitch right there. So when you come back through, it hides it. But that's what I've been using. Where's my center? So like here it is right here. Whoop. Right there's the little knot. You can kind of see it, but not nearly as much as you can see this one down here with the little frilly fro, because this was a magic knot.
Karen says that's how she does it. And it doesn't come out.
Cool. And I mean, I like jerked it. I would say I jerked a knot in it. Your mama say, yeah, jerk a knot in you. But yeah. But yes. But then, you get your perfect little color change and very tiny little knot. But, and like normally I change my colors if I'm going to come back over here. if I'm going to like have to weave them in, I'll start it, get right here before I finish my last like double crochet. I'll grab my yarn, pull it through, set it down. I know, I'm not. I do, because I do. Tie me a little naughty knot.
That's
Kick
how I
that
do it.
back, and
That's
then
how I
I
do my
keep going.
changes.
So then there's that one. So there's that color change, and then I'll come back later and weave this in, or I will work it into my, go back. I'll work it into my stitches. Am I still? Now I'm too tall. Or I'll start
That's
like
how
my
I do
double
my color
crochet.
changes.
If it's a single crochet, I'll just work across the tail. If it's a double, I'll do half my double, and then I'll take my tail, lay it across there, finish my double. That gets my tail in the middle of that double crochet. So then the next double crochet, I can just work across my tail, and then I'll work across it for several stitches, so that I have less to weave in. But see, now it's locked in that stitch, in this stitch, and then under these, and then I'll just weave it back. Weave it back and forth. But y'all, that's how I've been doing it.
That's how I do mine.
So I've been mixing it up. I've been changing colors different ways on that blanket, but that right there, that's all the wasted yarn you have. Because when I change colors the other way, which for the crochet along that I'm doing, I've been because she has you starting in different places around the blanket. I haven't been doing that, so I've been having to weave in all these tails, which has been a pain right in my rear end, because y'all know that's not my jam. But you know, and response to that's basically how I do my knots. Yeah, see, a lot of crocheters don't knot. I am not one of those crocheters. I got no problem knotting it, because unless you're tying it in like 4 or 5 knots in a row, I don't feel it. I don't feel the knots in my projects. Like, I mean, I guess if I like tied it in like, did like 3, 4, 5 knots, so that, but yeah. Oh, for anybody that's wanting to that is wanting to do the crochet alongs like with me or as I'm doing them. In her tutorial, in her tutorial, she does the magic join or the invisible join. The invisible join, if y'all aren't familiar with that, it's where you do your last stitch, but you don't slip stitch to join the round. You cut about 6 inches of yarn, and then you put it on a needle, and then you go into the next stitch and up and down the middle, so that it looks like another stitch. Yeah, I've been slip stitching.
I've seen that.
I've been slip stitching. So it's your project. You do you, like Nancy said whatever earlier. You do you, boo. You don't have to do it that way. Slip stitch, fasten off like you normally do. But she does show you how to do the invisible join, which I do like it. It's very pretty, and it leaves it very seamless. Because I like to knot things, you don't knot the invisible join. So I'm like, what if it comes undone? Then it just unravels because you haven't knotted. You haven't pulled through.
That's my thing.
But she does show y'all how to do that.
For us crocheters, we know it's there and we can take care of it. But if we gift it to somebody, how rough are they going to be on it?
Yeah, and okay, so if I had done an invisible join on this, the edging would have looked just like this all the way around. It would have had the little V's. Okay. But I mean, that little teeny tiny thing right there, it's not noticeable. And you know what? If I get me some little labels or some little tags, I can take that little tag and put it right there. And then guess what? You'll never see it.
Yep.
It'll be hidden. Susan said, I hate weaving in tails. I know, right? Ugh. That's why, okay, so on this one, on the blanket that I did get all of my tails woven in last night because I'm like, I don't want to be, because if I kept going, then I would have had so many rounds, so many tails, because you change colors almost every round. And I even wove in all my tails on this one. So I was doing good. Darcy says, ads. We should be almost out. Well, we'll wait. They should be about over. And y'all, I know I have gone way over my time. I've been trying to limit my lives to 2 hours, but y'all, we've just been chit-chatting and having such a good time tonight.
We got tons of questions we have to answer.
At least I think so. Bonnie said, when I meet my daughter, her dress, I got halfway up in the front and it came on undone. No way to fix it. So when I did it again, I knotted everything after that. The dress is done and it's not coming apart. Exactly, because you don't. Yes. Because yeah, I mean it's just. But I figure for my temperature blanket, I just wanted to try that new knot out just to see how well it did, and plus then I can just. This blanket is for me anyway, so I can wash, dry. But so far, it hasn't even, like sometimes even with the magic knot, you can take it and you can yank on it a few times and it'll undo. And this one, I haven't found it doing that. So I need to check and see like how it would do with like a slicker yarn. Because I know like with Karen Simply Soft, the magic knot does not work well at all with it because it's such a slick yarn. So Bonnie said, it's always good to try new things. Exactly. Garcia says, I keep all my ends on one side even when I change colors. I've been trying to that black and gray one you held up is pretty. This one here, this is called Sweet Caroline. It is a tutorial by Helen from Crystals and Crochet. It's going to be a pillow topper. And I picked up this pillowcase at Dollar Tree.
I'll be right back.
Okay, at Dollar Tree. But you know what I'm thinking I might do with this? Liz, you still in the house? This looks a whole lot like the fabric that Liz was doing that punch needle on. So I bought 2 of these, so I may punch needle it. But I bought this cushion. It's got a bee on it. I bought this cushion. Let me see if I can get it out of here. At Walmart last weekend for $5, y'all. So the cushions, the outdoor cushions on the out in the lawn and garden section, they had some really, really cute ones for $5. The ones inside in the home section, the cheapest one was like $8, like $7.97 or something. So I got this one that says "Be kind." But they had some really cute ones. They had one that had like I don't think it was a red truck, but it had the old truck on it. They had some Highland cows. They had some that just had flowers. But for $5, y'all, I did a short on it so you can see all the different ones. But yeah, outside lawn and garden. So it's the indoor out pillows or the outside pillows. But I'm like, for $5, if you want to, if you're gonna put a pillowcase on it or whatever. But I'm like, that's way better than paying $8 inside for a plain one that has nothing on it. And then of course, you can buy some batting and just do it yourself. And then they had some bigger ones, like in the video, like the top row, those were like $10. They were like $9 and something, but they're huge. So yeah. Karen said she got the dragonfly one for her bed there. Yeah, I mean, like, and they're $5 even, just $5. And they had so many to choose from. Like, they were really cute. Really cute. But,
I'm back.
okay, welcome back. Yeah, so this is called Sweet Caroline. I would say her tutorials are intermediate to advanced. But I think you could do it. I think everybody could do it if you just give it a go. But if you see a pattern or you see a blanket or anything, like you said, go work outside your comfort zone. But and like a lot of times with hers, I'll watch, then I'll pause, I'll do what she did, then I'll rewind it, watch it again.
What I usually do on tutorials with any craft, I watch the video all the way through, and then I go back and then slow it down and go that way. Because sometimes you never know that some of them they leave their mistakes like, oh, I should have cut that 7 inches instead of 6.
Mm-hmm.
And then you if you don't do that, then you mess up.
And while this looks like you're doing a gray and then doing a black, then doing a gray, then doing a black, what you're really doing is let me see, make sure I tell y'all right. Okay, so you do the black. You did a black and then a chain 2, then a black, then a chain 2, and a black and a chain 2, and then with the gray, you do the gray into the skipped space between the 2 black ones, and then you chain, or you slip, or you single crochet on top of the black. I forget.
That seems more doable.
Yes, so it looks more difficult than it is, which is the case with a lot of the things. Plus, she, is really good at telling you how to do it. So Bonnie says, I shouldn't be in anybody's vocabulary. You got to try again, fake it till you make it. Exactly. Yes. And you never know. I mean, you won't know until you try. And that was the thing I had to do. So like when I finally sat down that's what we were talking about before with the basket weave. I want to say it was my mom that had given me like a crochet stitch book. It was spiral bound. I probably still have it somewhere, but it was spiral bound. It had a lot of stitches in it. That's when I started learning what these stitch names really were. And the basket weave was in there. So I read it and I'm like, here I was thinking it was going to be super difficult, and it's all double crochet. The basket weave is just double crochet. It's about where you put those double crochets. And once I looked at the pattern and actually read it, because I mean, I would see it in magazines and I'd be like, nope, turn a page. Nope, turn a page. But then when I sat down and actually read it, I'm like, it was so much easier than I thought. But it gives this really squishy, warm fabric that, so.
I was like that with the waffle stitch and the basket weave. I mean, I kept on going. Now I know how to do them.
Yeah. So.
And there's a tutorial. Wait, this way. There's tutorials over there if you need any of those.
I got some. Let's see. There's something on my bucket list. I'm scared it's above my skills level. I want to make an amigurumi from the African flower motif. Now I haven't.
Oh, those are beautiful.
That would be pretty, but it may not be. But you won't. It might be something that you could try, and then if you come across like a part of it that's difficult to understand, then just find another project or another content creator, another person that demonstrates how to do that same skill, because a lot of the times there might be a skill that you don't know how to do, and the person that's teaching it has made it super confusing. I've made certain things super confusing, and I will even tell you, y'all, I'm sorry, that was like super confusing. It confused me. But you might go to like say Nancy's channel and she may have a tutorial for the same thing, and then you'll be like, it might click just because everybody teaches slightly different, and the way she teaches it might, you might be like, oh, I got it. So yeah, just check some of the different ones. Hey, Catherine, welcome in.
That's why I told Jay when he was doing the single crochet, He goes because he's a lefty, so I told him to look for left-handed single crochet. If you don't like the way that they're doing it, try another one. But he lost some interest.
That's okay. Wasn't his thing.
No, he did a lot of
Possibly
chains. He's got a
he
whole bucket
did.
full of chains.
He did good at the chains. He nailed those.
Yeah.
Yep, and if it has a written pattern, I print that and follow along and make notes. Yeah, and that's how I tell people, or
Hi,
I suggest to
Catherine.
people, if you want to learn how to read a pattern, is to find a pattern that also has a tutorial, preferably by the person that is using the pattern. But yeah, because then you can follow along with the pattern, and then you can watch the tutorial, so it might make the pattern more understandable. But for me, I learned how to read patterns way before YouTube existed, so I can read a pattern. You know, tutorials are just easy because I can be watching TV, flip it over there, but it's also just as easy for me to pull the pattern up on my phone. But I've been kind of trying to stay away from certain patterns, except for these, because I don't even want to sit down and try to come up with a pattern for this, honestly. That's a whole lot of math. That's thousands of hours of just sitting there trying to make sure that everything lays flat, and
Mm-hmm.
I don't have time for that right now.
I'll stick with
So,
my amigurumi patterns.
but so I like the sampler that we did last year. I like making up blankets like that, blankets back and forth and that are flat. Um, and I really had fun when Crystal had that challenge. Was it 2 years ago now, where she had the challenge to make a clothing item? That was really fun because I usually make clothing for me, and it was like a trial and error kind of thing. Like I would make it, and then I'd try it on, and then if it didn't fit, I'd frog it back out. So it was really cool, which I did that with hers too. But it was just really cool. Just that was something breaking out of my comfort zone. Designing a piece of clothing with different stitches and stuff. So
Mm-hmm.
it was pretty cool. All right, y'all. If anybody would like to drop your channel link, let me go find my banner. The
Miss
word for
Catherine
Mr.
came in
Nightbot,
towards the end there.
be thankful. Do what?
Miss Catherine L.
hmm Yeah, I saw her come in. I said howdy
Okay.
do.
I'm sorry, I must have been away.
Well, I'm bad to be like right in the middle of a sentence and be like, oh hey, how's it going, Catherine? And then I'll just keep talking. So like she may have missed it too. But that is the word, y'all, from Mr. Nightbot. We'll drop your link if you would like to share out your channel for all of our peeps to come and check you out. Just type in be thankful, BEE thankful, all one word. Mr. Nightbot will drop your channel link. But yeah, I'm thinking Saturday, Let's Get Crafting Live is going to be punch needle. I'm thinking.
That sounds like fun.
Someone
And
said, oh, I love how some providers teach. I have a few go-tos for certain things. I do too. Like, I started doing, like, I think I did like a crochet along with the crochet crowd. I like the way Mikey teaches things. And like what I found with the crochet alongs for blankets and stuff is I've learned different techniques to do stuff that I already knew how to do. So like one thing with Crystals and Crochet, she has a way, or I learned through her how to do. Okay, so like if you're doing a triple crochet, like if you're working over here and then you're going to skip 2 or 3 stitches to work a triple crochet, you know how you get your top loop will be really big, like your stitch, it gets really loose. She shows you a way so you don't have that big loosey-goosey gap. So you can pick up little techniques by doing these crochet alongs. So even if you don't want to make the whole blanket, you can pick up a few tips and tricks on how to do different things, just by giving them a go. So, and then and they're good stash busters. That's how I've made a lot of my stash buster blankets. And you don't have to use the same tutorial, or you don't have to use the same crochet along. I made one. I want to say I have a short on it, but I did the center from the center of the blanket was Sophie's Universe. And then I went into a crochet along that Mikey was doing. So I did like the center from that, and then I did say rounds 20 through 25 using a stitch sequence out of a tutorial he was doing. And then I did the what was it called? Kaleidoscope Granny, but it wasn't really the Kaleidoscope Granny. I just used the technique to do the kaleidoscope to make it bigger quicker because you work 4 corners, and then I just added my own stitches, and so yeah. All right, there is Miss Susan Burks and Miss Darcia's channels. Nancy dropped hers as well. Darcia says I don't have anything on my channel, but good to have. Yes, and if you don't have content on your channel, you can still get subscribers. So if you ever do decide to start posting content, you already have a few of your friends that you've met from chats there to watch your content once you start doing it. You can also get a community tab so that you can post kind of like
now post.
Yes, now it's called post. It used to be called the community tab, and now it's called post. But you can put your own stuff there, kind of like you would on Facebook. So you can post a picture of
updates on what you're making.
Yeah, so like, and if you're so like say you are doing a crochet along, or you are doing something with another creator, you can post it and be like, hey, here's my work that I'm doing with at blah blah blah, and you know, and then that's a way to show off what you're doing. So Susan said I don't have anything on mine either. Yeah, that's fine. So but you can go ahead and get some friends on there. So if you do decide to start posting, and you don't have to. Some people, you know, it was never my intention to start a YouTube channel. I had a blog, and a lot of my blog readers wanted me to post videos to go along with some of the blogs. And so that's kind of how it got started. They're like, well, go post a video, go post something over there. So I started adding little videos with my blogs, and then that's how it. And of course, then, you know, I only have so many hours in the day, so something had to go.
Really?
So I know, right? So I still have my website, and all of my blog posts are still there, but now I focus more on the YouTube side of it because I can talk and do the blog, you know, instead of, so now I'm doing a vlog style. But yeah, so I haven't, and I started the blog because I wanted to get back to writing. But you know, this is similar creative outlet. So Stefan said, thanks for the links. Just subscribe to a few new to me channels. Awesome. Susan says, I want to try to do the Sophie's Universe this year. It is a challenge. That one, I want to make it again. It's on my to-do list. But I think I want to do it. Well, actually, was going to use those.
Can I tell you something about the ads on our videos that we were streaming or streamlining? I've gotten more views on my videos now.
Oh, good deal.
Some of them have gone over 200, and for a long time they weren't barely getting 100.
Good. So yeah, so y'all, again, if you missed that earlier, they made a change within that one of the YouTube updates, and so I had to go back in and adjust the commercials. I didn't realize there were that many ads in them, so that has been corrected. So if you have been trying to watch any of my replays and you were getting pummeled with ads, I'm sorry, because I know that's super frustrating and annoying to me when I'm trying to watch a video and you're gonna add like every 2 to 3 minutes. I hope I've got that corrected. I'm very thankful that we have this platform that YouTube provides us to use for free. So I'm not going to take out all of the ads just because that's how YouTube keeps this platform for us as viewers, as content creators, for all of us, not just for me, but for all of us viewers, everybody. That's how they're able to keep it for free. I mean, I know they also have a paid, version,
premium.
but yeah, the premium. But for the most part, YouTube is free for all of us to use. So, I have to leave the ads in so that it can continue to be free for us because, so. So I need that tip because I hate treble crochets because of that loose loop. Exactly. You know what? Here, I'll show y'all super quick. I'll show you that little trick super quick. But yeah, follow along with her videos. Crystals and Crochet. She's linked in the description box. She's linked in the description box of this video because I posted a link, not specifically for her channel, but for the Winnie's Wonders. But that'll take you to that tutorial, which is on her channel, and then you can just click on her little icon, and it'll take you to, but yeah, it's in the description box of this video. But let me show you how she does, or, because I learned it from her. So I'll show y'all real quick. Let me flip it around. Okie dokie. Okay, so you know, normally for a triple crochet, you know, I got that green yarn stuck on there too. Okay, you know, you cross over twice, then you insert and you draw up, and then this one over here is starting to get all loosey goosey. Okay, so instead of doing that, you yarn over once like you would for a double crochet. Insert your hook, draw up a loop, pull through 2, then you pinch this right here, take your hook out, go underneath that loop right there, or underneath that bar, and then put your hook back into the loop, and then finish out under those 2, and then under that, and it keeps your stitch, bam, the same size as all the rest of them.
Oh, that's cool.
Did I go too fast? And it makes your treble not all loosey goosey either. Did I go too fast? Let me know. I can do it again. Stephon said, I got so caught up in this chat that I just worked only one strip.
Jen says one more time.
Okay. Back it out. Okay, so you yarn over one time, and then you start it out, pull up your loop, go underneath, go through 2, like you were doing a normal double or triple. Then you hold on to the stitch here so that you don't pull your loop loosey-goosey, or so you don't pull your loop out. Take your hook out of that one. Then take your hook and go underneath this bar right here. So that becomes your third, where you're only looped over once. That becomes your second loop. And then put your hook back into the loop. Then you yarn over, pull through 2. And then yarn over and pull through 2. And that finishes out your treble. And that's only for and then you keep your stitch the same. And then on the next one, because now you don't have a big gap to go, you just yarn over twice like you would normally do for a treble. And then you just keep going. But so if you have a big jump, or if you need to do a drop down, so there you go. But yeah, you can learn really cool tips and tricks from these from doing the crochet alongs from different creators.
Jen
Not
said,
just
got
her,
it.
but I'm thumbsing up and you can't see me because I didn't flip my camera back yet. There we go. But yeah, so I mean, you can learn lots of stuff from doing those. Because like I said, everybody, they just toss out little gems like that that they have picked up over the years, that somebody either taught them or they figured out on their own. So just like, doing a half double crochet in the corners, put you back in the center so you don't have to slip stitch over to the corner. So for doing granny squares, which I went back and watched my tutorial from several years ago, and back then I was doing a double crochet to join, and now I just do a half double crochet to join. I don't know when I switched doing one and went to the other. Like, I watched my video back for my granny square, and I'm like, I don't remember ever doing a double crochet to join in the corners, but obviously I did because that's how I did it in my tutorial. Jen says, I hate the slip stitch. I know, right? So I just start in the middle. I start in the middle. I do half of my corner, go all the way around, do the other half of my corner, and then I do a half double crochet, which puts me back in the corner. Because I don't like having to do the slip stitch over. But in that Winnie's Wonder, she does have a slip stitching over for a couple of the rounds, and she explains why she designed it that way. So I'm doing it like she's designed it. But yeah, usually I just, like, if it says, if I'm watching it and they go and they're like, and then do this and then slip stitch to the center, I will just not. I will do my half and then, yeah. Depending on where they want you to start. But yeah, that's, yep. All right, y'all. Well, we are going to get out of here because it is almost 11 and my 2-hour live has gone to 3. But I've had so much fun. We've had a good time. Everybody has been having a good time in the chat, or at least I think y'all have been. It seems like everybody has been. And I'm so glad y'all came and joined us.
They've been very chatty.
Yes, and I want to thank Nancy and Miss Liz for joining me tonight on panel. I've had fun, and I will be back here, like I said, on Saturday night. My Saturday night live only go live once a month. It is the second Saturday of the month, which it did not dawn on me until Monday of this week that this Saturday is already the second Saturday because the first was on Saturday. And I was like, oh my gosh, it's already the second Saturday. So yes, so I'm thinking.
And I've moved my Friday lives to Saturdays because tomorrow I have an eye doctor appointment. And that's
what when I do with it, y'all?
We'll see if they're going to do injections or what. And if that happens, I can't see on Fridays.
Exactly. So this is what I'm 99% sure we're going to be doing. This one's called Thread Punch, but it's a punch needle kit. So I'm 99% sure. 98. We'll say 98% sure. Tonight, this is what I'm wanting to do. Because I bought this kit and I'm wanting to do it. And Liz, that was up here earlier with us, has been showing the ones that she's been making, and I'm like, so this is, I'm fairly certain this is what's going to be happening on my Saturday live this week. But it is at 6 Central. And then after we're done, we can raid over to Miss Nancy's.
Yes, 8 p.m. Eastern.
Yep.
Because we're in different time zones.
Yeah. And then let me think for a second. So then 2 Saturdays, not this Saturday, but the 3rd Saturday of the month is when Nancy and I are the crafty ladies. And this month we have Miss I Bring It Every Day Kelly is going to be our special guest. So I hope y'all can all come and join us for that. This month we are going to be at Nancy's house. So yeah. Bonnie said I'm off on Friday. Woohoo! I think it's my first Friday off in forever. I don't remember having one off. Well, yay! Jen said, time's a flying. I know, right? I'm like,
time flies when you're having fun.
I just didn't, yeah. In the month, I mean, it's already the. Okay, so y'all, I need to do some more Southerners Try videos. Let me show you what I bought. I do not have high hopes for this item because I just don't. And I bought them once before, and I never could bring myself to eat them. Well, but I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. I bought these at Dollar Tree. The last time I bought them at Ollie's. They're still in another room somewhere sitting. I'm sure they're hard as a rock. But this is what I bought.
Oh, Dr. Pepper Peeps.
I don't like Peeps. I like marshmallows, but I don't like Peeps. So I don't have high hopes for these. But I've got I'll do another Southerners Try And I'm going to try these peeps. So, Bonnie says between January 1st and March, mid-March, it's like I'm on a vacation. I just don't work as much. But I work most days, but not as much. And I love it. And Susan says to Nancy, how did your sale go?
It paid a couple bills. Small bills.
But if you go back and catch the replay, and if you see something that didn't sell, y'all can email Miss Nancy or check out her website, lowchurchbynancy.com.
Yeah, I've been adding some of the items that didn't sell. I've been adding them to the website. So, and I made a new notebook today, a little half-size composition notebook. It's so cute.
Oh, I saw that. Jen says, yummy, Dr. Pepper. Yeah, y'all know. Y'all know I love my Dr. Pepper. But I'm not a fan of Peeps. But I bought them to give them a go. I mean, I've tried like the Dr. Pepper bubble gum. I've tried a lot of Dr. Pepper flavored stuff, the Dr. Pepper jelly beans. But I just don't have high hopes for this because I'm not a Peeps fan. But you never know. The Dr. Pepper might make me a Peeps fan. I might like them. Spawn said, midnight here. Oh, you're East time. Oh, that's right, because you're in New York, Eastern time zone.
Yep.
So on Saturday, yes, so I'll be 6 Central, 7 Eastern. So, yes. Whoop, Darcia says ads. Well, we'll wait till y'all get back from the ads before we head out of here. Susan said, yay, I'm glad for you, Nancy. My head's itching, y'all. Got a little... Okay, they're out of the ads, Darcia says. All right, y'all. Thank y'all so very, very much for coming and hanging out with us. Let me get over here on my little videos. There we go. I hope y'all have a fantastic weekend. Remember, be creative. And until next time, happy crafting. Bye.
Bye, guys.